back. I can pee my prediction, haven't done in a couple of weeks. I'm a bit nervous about this game, but calm at the same time. So I'm going for 2-1 win to United. Up the win, up the Paddock.
It's a really tough game for us outside of Europe, but come on United, we got this.
History has shown us that in big games like this, where we're massively the underdogs, we tend to get a result. So if I think level-headedly and calmly, I think we're going to win 5-0 and we're going to win the lot. Yeah. No, I think we're going to draw 1-1, but yeah, that's me. Thanks.
My predictions are to Rashford to score first, and it will be 2-1 to United.
Jay here for Stretford, Paddock. This is the Carabao Cup watch-along. Joining me is Joe McGrath. You all right?
Hello, yes, very good, thank you.
Yeah, you good? What's this?
So this is my grand's. So my grand's from Tipperary in Ireland. She went back over the summer for a little tour around. It's a long way, and I said, bring me back a hurling top. Which is the hurling symbol there. They're pretty good at hurling in Tipperary. I woke up this morning, went straight to work, forgot I was coming on here. I was like, shit, I'm going to wear a fucking blue top and a watch along. So don't all kill me off. Think about my gran when you slag me off in the comments. I mean, you don't have to slag me off, obviously. Would love you if you did.
Are you just trying to encourage
excuse
abuse?
me, what's this here anyway? What are you wearing?
That's just the bog standard green hoodie.
Do you have like Homer Simpson? You have hoodies and jeans. That's what you're on a rotation.
Yeah, I'm like, going through that sort of midlife malaise. Like, you know what? Just a hoodie and jeans.
Here's a question.
Like,
how many pairs of boxers do you think you own?
How many pairs?
Yeah.
2.
Oof. Wow.
Maybe 3.
What number have you got on today?
I just rotate in and out, turn them inside out. What about you? No, in all seriousness, I reckon I own about 20 pairs because at Christmas I get packs of boxes.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I think I've got
that age.
10 pairs.
Yeah.
But 10 good pairs, because I think I've got another 5. They're unwearable. But they're the ones you dig out when you you need to. They're emergency ones.
Right, okay. Emergency boxes.
Yeah,
I like that.
You never know.
I keep getting holes in mine though. In the crotchal area, which is a bit worrying. Yeah. Also joining us, this is like sloppy Joe's this. So we've got Joe Smith, my partner in crime.
Hello, I've already cut to my own camera twice by accident, so...
Oh, have you? Sorry, I didn't know this.
So
there he is.
It's official this time. Hello, everyone. Carabao Cup action. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Your head's so big in the frame.
It's my last shift as producer. It's quite sweaty.
Well, never say never again.
No, you're not sweaty. You look good.
Me and Joe have been travelling today.
Yes.
We've been to that there London.
And what? Can you say why?
Men of the world. Yes, you can. We interviewed Adam Crafton from The Athletic. Real long interview, great stuff. When I say we, Joe interviewed him.
Oh, nice.
I did a bit of production.
Oh, check you out.
I'll press some buttons.
Did we get any exclusives, Joe, or was it just a good chat? What was it mainly about?
Well, it was the inside story on the Greenwood situation and the latest on Anthony and Sancho as well. Basically, how that all went down. Some stuff that we've heard before, obviously, but just kind of details and questions to him about how the U-turn happened and the pressure sort of built based on his article and stuff. So it's kind of the backstory on what happened with Mason Greenwood. You touched on a really good point when you spoke to Adam. And do you remember when Fergie had that rant at the press?
Yeah.
And he said, your job is to tell the truth. If you can't do that, you shouldn't be in the job. And whether you wanted Greenwood back in the team or not, regardless of that, what Adam Crafton did was he found out what was going on and he put it out there.
Yeah.
He said, this is what is happening. This is the truth. No one's denied it. No one said he was wrong. His reporting was spot on. So it was finding out a little bit of the behind the scenes of that story, if you will, and a couple of other bits as well that we got into. So it was a really good interview. Loved it. He's a great guy. And big props to Joe Smith as well for doing that. I'll tell you who's not getting big props. I will get into the comments in a minute. Social media executive, Alexa. Alexa has posted what can only be described as the worst picture of either me or you ever.
It's troubling because obviously to promote the show, he's taking a lovely picture. He stands there normally just to the right and he goes, can you smile for us, Joe and Jay? And we try our best. Yeah. And I thought we looked pretty good today. Yeah. But he gets a picture, go on the Instagram to find out, he gets a picture of you looking with your half eyes.
Everyone will think I'm back on the snizzle. On the beer, look half asleep.
You do. Yeah. And I look like something's about to be shoved quite farly up my bum. And I look like I maybe asked to reach a little trump. That is how bad the photo is. And I just have to share that on my Instagram.
It is, yeah, me too. So if you
Awful.
go on Joe McGrath's or my Instagram or on the Stretford Paddock Instagram, you will see an absolutely horrendous picture of us both. The team news, I believe, is officially out.
Imminent.
Is it imminent or is it out?
We have it here.
We have it here, so we'll get into it. And then I'll get into the comments. Loads of people in the chat. Always good to see the usual suspects. I will start chatting to you in a minute. There you can see the team. Joe McGrath, talk us through it.
Right, so you got Onana in goal, which I think was going to be... It was slightly up in the air if it was going to be him or Henderson.
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, not Henderson. He don't play for us anymore.
Sorry, Heaton. No, I said Henderson. I apologise, Heaton. Then you've got this back four of
Amrabat.
Sorry. Right, I can't see. I've got my glasses on. Varane, Maguire and Delo.
Yeah.
And then, this is now interesting in the midfield. You've got Hannibal, Casemiro and Mount, which is nice to see.
To see you nice.
A game where Mount is back in the team. Pellistri and Garnacho starting. I think that might have happened once last year.
Yeah.
And I was quite excited. I think it was quite a 10-hour sort of experimental time where both those youngsters started together. It wasn't with Martial down the middle, but that's how he lines up today. I think, from my memory, someone will know in the comments, when they played together, it didn't really set the world alight. But they have matured a bit now. They've been had a good run of games. Garnacho's very much wanted from us here as fans to sort of get first-team football. So I think this is an amazing opportunity at Old Trafford for them two to shine today. Martial down the middle. He's got a lot of haters for people saying he's a bit lazy, doesn't, sort of score enough for United to be one of our second choice strikers. And I think today is also an opportunity for him to step up and give what he can. Because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking we're going to have to score. We need a couple of goals so Crystal Palace can come at us and have a good game. I think them, Garnacho and Pellistri, either win us the game today or cause a bit of murder for us where we can look a bit sloppy.
On the bench there, you've got Bayern, you've got Heaton, you've got Evans, Lindelof, Fernandes, Gore, Van der Beek, Højlund and Rashford. With Fernandes, Højlund and Rashford on the bench, you have got strong options there. If you're chasing this game, then you can bring on three of your best players. So there's still an opportunity for us to affect the game if it's not going our way. Sorry. Just on the Crystal Palace team, I'll run through this here. You've got Henderson. Crystal Palace have posted their team graphic, and obviously
with Henderson. That's why I got very confused. Sorry about that.
Looking at his badge.
Henderson plays for the other team.
So you've got Henderson, Klein, Holding, Richards.
Boo everyone?
No, just he used to play for Liverpool. Holding, Richards, Mitchell, Decore, Riedewald, Schlupp, Rack, Sakye, Ayew, Mateta, and then on the bench you've got Johnston, Ward, Gué, Anderson, Hughes, Ozo, Eze, Bidwe, Ola, Addy, Bome. So they've got some big hitters on the bench because Mark Gué and Eze as well are first teamers from, obviously they start most games, don't they? So they've picked up a little bit for themselves.
That is an interesting Palace team, but I'm more looking at the sort of back four for United and thinking again another not makeshift, but another row of players that haven't started a game together. Maguire coming back into the squad. Lindelof, what is he resting? Varane playing as well. I'd like to see Varane maybe saved for big games, Premier League games. Do we count this as in the same vein as when we played Crystal Palace again on the weekend? Or is this? It depends how you feel as a United fan going into a Carabao Cup game. Do you want to defend it? Are we looking to get back to the final and win it? Or are you more focused on the fact we've had a shaky Premier League start and we need to get a win in Palace on the weekend?
I think I understand your point, but I think that's quite a decent back five. I think obviously Amrabat's not a left back, but he can play there. I think Varane and Maguire's not a bad centre back pairing. It's a good centre back pairing, and Diogo Dalot is a good right back.
Yeah.
And you've got Casemiro in front of him, so that's quite solid. If I know people go Maguire's rubbish. All right then.
Varane and Maguire did play together for quite a few games as well.
I don't know. Joe Smith, what do you make of it? What are you smirking at as well over there?
Just a few comments about some of your pronunciations in the chat.
They're awful.
Oze and Eze, Gooey and Easy.
Yeah.
Jay speaking Spanish.
Yeah, you did say hola to me at one point.
What?
You went hola.
Hola.
I was like, hello, good to see you too.
I can never. How do you pronounce the lad he plays for England now, doesn't he?
Mark?
No. Gooey.
Gooey. They've got a Gooey deal with us. It's a restaurant.
Guay.
Gooey.
Guay. I'm guessing as well.
No, come on, we're all guessing it.
Gay.
Right.
Gay. I don't know.
You can't. Is there you wish there was is there a site that you can just try and put it on and see if it can?
I think it's just called watching football, isn't it?
Yeah, but I always forget.
But then who tells the commentator?
That's a good point. Because when you play FIFA and the commentators on FIFA pronounce all of the names the way that they're pronounced in that country. So especially the Portuguese names, which don't translate well, they sound completely different whenever they're talking about them. Like Bruno Fernandes is like Fernandes instead of Fernandes.
Ah, right,
Fernandes,
yeah. Like Wayne Rooney's like Wayne Rooney.
Wazza Rodney. That's what they call it. In terms of that team, I like it. I think, weirdly, we're kind of skipping our way through people getting a rest, aren't we? Like, Rashford's getting a rest, Bruno's getting a rest. I know he's not getting a rest because he's injured, but, we're playing without Martinez and Lindelof there. And that back two, like you said, is still decent. Varane and Maguire is not a bad centre-back partnership. Amrabat at left-back doesn't worry me in terms of performance, but I feel bad for him that he has to play his debut and his full debut out of position because it doesn't really give him a chance to show himself. And obviously, as United fans, we want to see the new signing do well, and then you've got to play out of position straight away. And again, I don't feel sorry for him because I think he's earned it, but I never love seeing Maidbury starting 2 games in a row. I think he shouldn't have to do this. I worry about the sort of Anthony Elanga effect where the more games he plays, the more chance he's got of getting fatigued, dropping that level, and then because it was his hard work and energy that looked so good the other day, and going from the academy team to the first team and trying to be one of the most energetic players in there, the fitness levels have to be so good that I just hope he doesn't get burned out because we ain't got any other options.
It's crazy though that we're 5 games or 7 games into the season, right, and we're on our 4th left back.
Yeah.
So we've literally got to the point where we've got a left back in on loan because we've lost 2 left backs and he's got injured. Yeah. So we've had to play a midfielder we've only just bought at left back. How can we beat 4 left backs into this season already? That is insane.
Is it just a coincidence, or is there?
Well, yeah, it's obviously a coincidence.
Yeah, but is there something about?
It's not planned.
Well, I know it's not planned. But what I'm saying is, if you get 4 on the bounce, so something's got to be unfortunate. There's got to be something wrong with it.
Going on.
I'm sorry, but if you got 4 on the bounce, something's got to give. When does it? If Amrabat gets injured today, you'd accept that? I'd just stop playing left. I'd just stop playing the left. Mate.
It's around this sort of time where Ten Hag might installing that granite left-hand side.
Yeah.
Pitch, isn't it?
I mean, there's something happening to the left-hand side.
He might cancel the game and kick the left back that they play at the end of every training session.
Yeah. Coincidence? I think not. If Amrabat gets injured today, I'm done. I'd say I'd say figure out another position.
Right, let's get into some of the chats. Mike93 has been a member of the first team for 25 months. Says, evening lads, hope you're all well. I'm actually excited about the game tonight. I really hope I don't regret it by full time. 3-1 I'm thinking. Aditya Raju says, why are we going so strong since we have the same opponents on Saturday? Waiting for the diva players to go out from United in Eric Ten Hag we trust.
Yeah, true.
Also as well, sorry, I just missed, there was another one there.
I've got a good question while you find that. Do you know Fernandes that we've got on this graphic here? Is that Bruno Fernandes or is isn't it? The other one's out on loan, isn't it? Because I was going to say put him with the fullbacks there. No, someone asked in the comments if
Alvaro Fernandes is at Granada.
Yeah, okay. So to the person asking if he was injured or just being rested, neither. But
yeah, he went out on loan because we were talking about this with Dave, me and you, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
And it was like, kind of went under the radar a little bit. Nick Tigra says, saving Johnny Evans for Saturday. Loads of people tell me how to pronounce Mark Gehi. I'll get it right one day.
So just quickly on that comment about saving Evans for Saturday. Yeah. Then who is the centre back partnership for Saturday? Is it Varane and Evans? Is it Lindelof and Evans? Is Varane, if he has a good game today? What is our centre back partnership?
Trying to put himself in the window for Ten Hag's thoughts if he has a good game today.
What is it?
It's Varane and Lindelof.
Not Evans.
No. That was emergency biscuit.
Well, it was pretty good though. Emergency biscuit. I've got a drawer
do you remember
full
that
of
in The Apprentice?
Biscuits.
Emergency biscuit. Emergency chairs.
Just on that, sorry, quickly, just to ask you a question about that. So, do we, based on your thinking there, we think Varane is fit enough to play 2 games in 4 days? Do you think that always worries me with Varane?
I think so.
It's a bit, yeah. Someone pointed out his knees to me the other day.
But let's not forget, in the World Cup, he was playing every game until like extra time of the final one.
But it wasn't just coming back from injuries.
But hasn't he been sort of brought back gradually this time? I mean, he played 10 minutes the other day, if that.
Yeah.
I know he had to come on, but I feel like this has been a little bit more managed. I mean, there was talk that he was going to play against Bayern Munich at one point, and then that obviously went on the back burner. Didn't start against Burnley. Starts tonight. I understand your point of view, and maybe it is maybe he does go Evans. Maybe he just says, look, but maybe it is Evans and Lindelof against Palace on Saturday. But I think Varane could play 2 games in 4 days. I don't know. Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think. Do you think it is Evans first choice, or not first choice, but out of everyone that's available
at the minute? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, is he the guy you go to?
You'd say a 37-year-old could play once a week, couldn't you?
35, isn't it?
35.
Yeah.
Could play once a week.
Yeah. Hugh Grant, who's been a member of the Academy for 19 months, says, it's mad how many left-backs we have been through. Hopefully, no one injured today. Come on, United, up the Paddock.
Big conspiracy. Big conspiracy.
Yeah. Acorn Electron says, Varane will get 60 minutes. That's always an option. You could always give him 60 minutes tonight and then take him off.
Yeah, and then
bring on like a Lindelof.
Well, bring on Evans, and then it's Varane and Lindelof who play.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Yeah. Senag seems to be sort of chaotic at times, but he does have a plan when he brings back players, doesn't he?
Yeah,
sometimes it works, and he doesn't like to rush things, and it's always it always seems like he knows what he's doing in his own head. He has plans and he executes them.
There's a story doing the rounds. This broke about 4 hours ago. And this is about Sir Jim Ratcliffe. It was in The Guardian. It's been in other places. I think Bloomberg had it as well.
Yeah.
It says Sir Jim Ratcliffe restructures bid to buy Manchester United after concerns. Latest bid is to address concerns of minority shareholders. Ratcliffe hopes to have offer accepted by the Glazers. Now, Ben Jacobs. So who's written this article? Is it Jamie Jackson?
Jamie
Jackson, who's written the article in The Guardian. There's also... It was broken by Bloomberg. There's also a tweet here by Ben Jacobs. We've had Ben Jacobs on the channel a few times.
Yeah.
Can we just get a little bit of volume on the telly as well, please, if we can, chaps, so we can try and catch what Eric Ten Hag's saying. Ben Jacobs has said, some context on Sir Jim Ratcliffe restructuring his offer. This isn't necessarily a totally fresh or even higher bid. Sources indicate Ratcliffe has always been flexible. The only deal breaker is he wants a majority stake and control the club. So... It doesn't seem like it's new or more money. It's just a slight restructuring. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. It does feel like the bid has gone a little bit stale over the last few weeks. Eric Ten Hag he's spoken about. He's asking questions about Amrabat playing at left back, and he says he can play wherever the manager needs him.
When did we go up for sale? It's come to a year now.
It was November, wasn't it? The strategic alternative statement was released.
And it's like, well, a year, a whole year. That is such a draining process for the fans, for the staff who work for United, for everything. Just to not that uncertainty. Because whatever happens, the control of the club, if it goes on sale, is going to be in the hands of someone else.
Yeah.
And everyone must feel a little bit for their jobs, even when it comes to people like Richard Arnold at the club, because you just don't know what the new vision is. So to have a year on edge and have a year of not knowing is going to trickle down to everyone. And I'm not saying that someone's going to come in and drastically change it, but that could be in the back of your mind. Like if we were here now and we were getting new owners for Stretford Paddock, I know you lot run it, but we'd be worried that that someone might not like me and I get thrown off. And a lot of people don't like me. But what I'm saying is the club has been in such a weird limbo situation that it is the cracks were there at the start. The cracks are growing and growing and growing to the point where the business is going to be so hard to put back together that I'm just worried that this long-term effect that the Glazers have had on the club by putting them up for sale for 9+ months is kind of their way of the last hurrah to like an FU, like fuck off. Like it feels like we're somehow being punished in a way.
Yeah, I hear you. Just quickly on Eric Ten Hag speaking then. He was asked a few questions. He was asked about Amrabat. He spoke about him being able to play at left back. He was also asked about Harry Maguire. I don't know who was asking the questions. I want to say Jeff Shreves, but I don't know if that's wrong. I couldn't hear it. I've just got subtitles. But he was asked about, is this Harry Maguire, chance for him to prove himself? And he says Harry Maguire doesn't have to prove himself. you just, there's certain standards at United you have to just keep improving, sort of thing. Because let's have it right. I don't feel like this is a game where if Harry Maguire plays well, you go, oh well, Harry Maguire is good enough to start for United. Joe, just on the Sir Jim Ratcliffe news, what do you make of it all?
Well, it seems like he's not the safe bet, but the kind of the cake and eat it bet, doesn't it, for the Glazers a little bit? They get to stay around for a little bit, potentially increase their value, which is the rumour that people, some of the Glazers want to do anyway, and still make a load of money up front. So I could see why that would be promising for them, and he seems to be sort of sticking to that theory of I'll be the sort of malleable kind of up to you type offer, and then obviously the Qatari bid seems to be a little bit more straight down the line. We're not changing. It's all the money for all the club all at once, and they can choose between the two. But they need, like you said, Joe, they need to choose between the two. And it's a good point that about the rest of the club, because we just think about the footballing side.
Yeah.
But there's loads of people at the club, not just Richard Arnold and John Murtaugh, but people who aren't making that sort of money, who, I'm sure they'll move on to other jobs where they're making a load of money. But people who don't make that kind of money, who'll be thinking, my employer's about to change. Who knows what kind of the scale of the restructure will be once that happens. And you're sat in that kind of, it's like waiting for test results, isn't it? You're like, I don't know what this means for me, and I don't even know when I'm going to get them. It's not fun, that, and it's a good point. We think about the footballing side, but there's probably dozens, if not hundreds, of people who work for Man United who are thinking, what does this mean for me and my career and my life when these new owners come in? You just need these things answering.
I understand your point. I think, and I've had a few conversations with staff at Old Trafford, and I think the general feeling is if when the new owners come in, it'll just be the top tier of staff that get gone.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to change the bulky staff. I think it'll be. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but that's when I've spoke to people there, because you make a great point.
You would assume so, but you don't know.
No, you don't. And you make a good point, because I've asked, because there was a story. Yeah. I think it was in the Evening News about staff are worried about their position. So, because I know a few people that work, I used to work at United years ago. We've got about 25 years now, but I know I've got a few friends in work, and I spoke to a few of them like you, and they were like, no. I think that the sort of the Richard Arnolds and the John Murtaughs and that sort of level.
Yeah. But they might be creating an atmosphere.
Yeah,
for everyone.
but I think the staff, the sort of the feeling I got was the staff feel quite comfortable. Okay. But you never know. You're right. Yeah. And there is a certain degree of uncertainty. But I definitely think when a new owner comes in, I think you're going to see a lot of changes, because I don't think a new owner is going to come in and go, right, I'm going to keep all the big guns here, like, in terms of the same CEO, all the press people and all the rest of it. I mean, like the main people. I might be wrong.
Even the manager, he's not necessarily safe. Look at what happened at Chelsea with Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel just won the Champions League.
14, 15 months later, a bit of a hiccup and he's gone.
You're right. And what's the main sort of thing that an owner can do straight away? The biggest statement you can make is changing a manager. Now, we're all sitting here going, well, we all like Eric Ten Hag, we think he's doing a good job. But if, for example, a new owner comes in and goes, well, I'm going to bring in Zinedine Zidane, or I don't know,
something like
Ancelotti. I know Ancelotti, you know what I mean, but let's say next season or whatever. Would fans kick off about that? Or someone, I don't know, a big name. Would fans kick off? Would they be like outraged, or would they just be like, right, okay, new owners, spending loads of money, a new manager, they want their own man? You might get a little bit of a backlash because Eric Ten Hag's quite popular, but there might be a lot of people that go, okay.
Yeah. I just sort of, I do hope this saga sort of runs its course soon, and we just sort of understand where we are, because it is just tiresome as well, and it sort of reminds me of this story of like building you up and down and up and down and up and down, and I just like the conclusion to be soon, because then as a football club we really can focus on football, and we turn our attention solely to what's happening on the pitch, because one of the biggest news stories hovering over our head isn't just how well we're doing in the Premier League and the Champions League in Carabao Cup tonight, but it's also, are the biggest club in world football going to be sold? So some of the headlines from across the world, our eyes are on us, and if nothing happens soon, it's like, what the fuck, can't be asked. Anyway.
I know.
Anyway.
We'll see.
It's just boring, isn't it, as well?
I know, we just want it sorted sooner rather than later, because, like you say, it's just throws a bit of a shadow and a bit of a cloud over everything. You don't know what's going to happen.
And I feel like these news stories come out as well. So it's like I like obviously I'm a music fan. I like Oasis. All these weird talks about are there going to be a reunion, and it gets in the press and it gets you excited. It feels like all these stories are kind of like weirdly can resemble that, because like we're going to be sold, and then they disappear. We're going to be sold, and then we disappear. Jim Radcliffe restructuring his bid, that will go quiet for a bit. Qatari's planning on making their 7th bid, then that goes quiet for a bit, and then it's just this constant sort of excitement building. Are we going to be into the new stage of United's future? No, we're not. We're back where we are, and just hovering over uncertainty.
Yeah, that's the problem. Aidan O'Dwyer has been a member of the Academy for 12 months, says, loving the Tipperary jersey.
Yeah.
Up the Paddock. Daniel Wild says, that midfield, when fit, is more balanced. He's been a member of the Academy for 28 months, by the way. You can't play Mount and Bruno in the same lineup. I like this lineup and expect preferred Hoyland up top.
Is Mount going to be playing in a position he's not played yet for United? Well, not in, with Bruno not being there. And Casemiro and Hannibal being more of a stability.
What do you mean? Sorry,
where he might push himself higher up with Martial, with Garnacho, with Pellistri. That's kind of where he likes to be.
Yeah, possibly.
Bruno did take that role. What that comment was suggesting there is Mount's not had the opportunity yet, because Bruno is often in that pocket, making work with the attackers. Now Bruno is on the bench.
Yeah.
Now is Mount's opportunity to let Ten Hag know that if he does need someone to take over Bruno's role, and if you want to push Bruno wider or whatever, he can do so. And I'd like to see what Mount can do there.
Hit a like, please. We've got 3,000 people watching. We've yet to get to... Let's get to 500 likes. Please hit that like. Go through some of your comments. John Shin's in the house. Good vibe. John says, big up Joe. Big up Joe McGrath, sorry, the ledge.
John, the nicest man in the whole of the world.
DB Cooper says Amrabat will play left back. I think, yeah, I completely agree. Rajat Mahajan says, why is Reguilon not in the squad? I think he picked up a bit of a knock, didn't he, against Burnley, so I think that he probably needs resting. Wade Chen says, too strong to concede. I wouldn't say that, bro. Rajat V says, would have put Bayern Der in goal. I thought he was going to be honest with you. He liked to mix it up in the Carabao Cup with his goalkeepers last season, didn't he? We saw Martin Dubravka having what can only be described as one of the most bizarre appearances for United in one of those games.
Was the Carabao Cup win in March that, not the highlight of the season, but the best football we were playing? Can you think of a time after March to sort of early June when we stopped that we were any better? We go take a Newcastle team, we beat them 2-0 comfortably. It kind of all sort of went a bit Pete Tong then. We got a run of games where we were a bit flat, we get beat now and again, we still remain top 4, and we get into a final of the FA Cup, but I've never remembered it being as good as that sort of flurry of wins, and then the obviously the win against Newcastle.
I think last season was weird because I think it was people like there's this thing of like, oh, it was, you know, everything went wrong after the Carabao Cup final, and there were some horrible results there. Obviously, the Liverpool game was terrible, the Newcastle game was terrible, the Brighton game, the West Ham game were poor as well. But there was a lot of wins there, you know. But if you look at it, we won most of our games after the Carabao Cup final. If you look at, I'm just sort of going through it now. So the Carabao Cup final, sorry, forgive me, I'm just trying to work this out now.
It was in March, wasn't it? March the
2nd of April. So, no, sorry, not 2nd of April. That was the loss to Newcastle. It was the 26th of February.
The 26th of February, yeah? So after the 26th of February, we had that horrendous game against Liverpool, draw at home with Southampton, loss away at Newcastle. But then we started beating teams you'd expect us to beat. We beat Brentford, beat Everton, beat Forest, drew with Spurs, beat Villa, lost away at Brighton and West Ham. Then we won our last 4 games to secure the top 4. And then also, during that time, obviously, in the FA Cup, again, nothing to shout home about, but we got over the line.
So the Brighton game
in the FA Cup semi-final, which was a game we could have lost. In the Europa League, things didn't really go that well.
The Europa League was awful.
The Sevilla game. But our form post the League Cup wasn't really much different from our form pre-League Cup. It's a bit of a myth, that. Yeah. Because if you look at the actual results, they're almost identical. Like, if you look at the run of games leading up to the League Cup final, and then the run of games afterwards, the only difference is you've obviously got that the game that you can't ignore,
Yeah, the game you can't ignore. But no, I understand that. But I always think we beat teams we should have been beating.
Yeah.
But we had some good games prior to that. Like beating City at home 2-1. That was an incredible game. We were here doing the watch long for it. It was electric. I feel like there was a little bit of a peak of the power. And I don't mean it in saying that we weren't good. Yeah. But I feel like we were at the top of the mountain in a way. And, you know, the Europa League game at Old Trafford.
All our best results, to be fair, you're right. All our best results.
Beating Arsenal, beating Liverpool, beating City.
Because even Chelsea doesn't count, 'cause it weren't a good Chelsea team. But the big games, Barca, City, Arsenal were
but also
that League Cup.
The thing worth mentioning there is the only sort of traditional top 6 or even top 10 side that we faced at home after that was Chelsea. Who we battered them. The rest we played away, which is obviously, that doesn't excuse it. But Newcastle away, Liverpool away, Tottenham away, Brighton away, and City, obviously not away, but away from Old Trafford in the FA Cup. So, again, you can't just lose all your away games. But we had the benefit of playing Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Tottenham, and Newcastle at home before the Carabao Cup final, which kind of skewed the stats a little bit. I think if you look at performances, that Chelsea game, you don't necessarily count it, but we completely dominated, certainly the chance making in that game. The Everton game, the 2-0 at home, United had 29 shots in that game.
Anthony should have had an hat-trick. Yeah, so should Marcus.
We should. They had one shot on target all game, Everton did. I think there weren't those, like I said, there weren't those real peak performances, the Arsenal at home, the City at home, the Liverpool at home. But that's because we'd already played all those teams at home. Yeah. And I think if we had have played, maybe one or two of those after the Carabao Cup final, we still could have got a result. The problem is, as it seems to be persisting, is that away from home against top teams, we just lose every time. That's the problem, which I think, to your point, Joe, that is fair and that did continue. But overall, we didn't play that much differently.
Do you think we played well that often last season?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Do you think?
What was the best game of football last season?
The best performance, I think, was City at home was very good.
Premier League.
We really limited their number of chances at home. I think the best performance last season was Spurs at home. Now
nailed it.
We completely dominated that game.
Flattered them that 2-0.
28 shots,
2-0,
10 on target. They had 2 shots on target. And like you said, Jay, that 2-0 flattered them. Rashford could have got 2 or 3 goals. He didn't even score.
It was a great.
That was one of his best performances.
It was a great atmosphere at Old Trafford. It felt like an old school Old Trafford night. Everyone was up for it from the kick-off. Dominating performance. No, you're right, Joe. I'd agree. That was a performance where, from start to finish, we were imperious. I think some of our better games or results, like City, took us a while to get going. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, first half we were okay. They obviously got that goal for Jack Grealish. Then we rallied and came back. Liverpool, obviously, I thought that was a decent performance, to be fair. We didn't have it all our own way. Arsenal was a bit shaky at times. But no, the Spurs game was very good. And also, this was a Spurs team that, I know the wheels came off for them later on in the season, but they hadn't come off at that point. Like, that was a Spurs team that was still okay, I think, if memory serves.
And if you look at some of the reviews after that, Sky Sports, Eric Ten Hag, team impressed in deserved victory. Like, even at the time, Bruno Fernandes seals worthy win against blunt Spurs. Like, even at the time, that was, we're not just looking back and painting a picture there. Dominant Man United, sink miserable Spurs. That was the Telegraph. So people were unanimously saying United were dominant and controlled that game. And I think that was probably, unfortunately, the problem with it is a year ago. Yeah. That's the issue, is that we've not really truly dominated a game against a decent side for 90 minutes since then.
I think that's a great point.
A year and a week ago.
Is that not, just if we can have this discussion quickly, really worrying?
It is a bit worrying.
Because, like, I know this is a stick that's used to beat Ten Hag with a lot, and it's not really fair. But Ange Postecoglou's coming at Spurs, and they look mint.
Yeah.
De Zerbi went into Brighton. They look very good. Like, I know he's not had it all his own way in results, but he's had a lot of good results, and the football they play at times is amazing. At United, it still feels like we're massively a work in progress. Is that a concern, or are we just being a little bit harsh because it's different standards and it's different issues and different problems going on that Eric Ten Hag's had to deal with?
I think the concern is that we'd like to see certain control soon. Like, we'd like to see certain results soon. We'd like to see certain things go Ten Hag's way soon. We can often, as football fans, get on top of coaches straight away. We've allowed Ten Hag to have a season, and he got us third, and he got us a cup, and we did okay. Now, I wanted to sort of hit the ground running in a way. I feel like we're in a situation where if the games of the last couple of games we've played already so far this season have gone United's way, then we are a bit more at ease with Ten Hag. But unfortunately, we've had a defeat at home. Brighton game was awful. You know, we've struggled a little bit this season. Arsenal away, Tottenham away. We've not, and this was one of the main things we wanted to change. And there's a point that Joe brought up a couple of moments ago: is away from home, we have not dealt with the situation that is beating big teams or beating teams comfortably away from home. Burnley game was an okay game. We won 1-0. They're a relegation fighting team. They're a decent side, but we still won 1-0. We were okay with that, but we didn't sort of get the second or the third to sort of ease the pressure off. I think what I'm worried about is how can we be so incredible at Old Trafford, but what happens to the players? What happens to the mentality? What happens to us as a team when we go away from home? Because if we start to pick up away wins, then we really find ourselves amongst it. Yeah. We haven't. The best away win was Burnley, but we need to start. And I really thought Ten Hag was trying to focus on that. But unfortunately, we've had 2 challenges so far this season. We've lost to Spurs, we've lost to Arsenal. And don't get me wrong, there was moments in the game that could have turned everything on its head. The Garnacho penalty, you've been really vocal about it. That Garnacho penalty incident against Spurs, we could have won that game. It's a penalty. And yet that same thing happens against Arsenal. It's just consistency there wasn't there. There's an Arsenal game where Garnacho scores. Garnacho's being key in both those games. We are offside by inches again. That changes the game completely. So, although the 2 away wins, 2 away defeats to Arsenal and Spurs were quite unlucky, it still is an away defeat. We need to start changing that.
We'll get into this. Let me just run through some of these comments and then we'll get to your thoughts on that, Joe. One Skill Rap says, hope to see Bayern Day, but Maguire is starting. Jason, not Mexican, who's been a member of the Academy for 21 months, says, just wanted to send love to you all, including everyone that watches this channel. Up the Paddock, let's back the manager. Also, a Bongalo equals SHIT3. Oh, right, yeah, I get it. Asim, sorry. Asim Bemendaf, forgive me if I butchered that one, bro, says, where is that Geordie weirdo? I think he's talking about the man that is Ethan James. He's back soon. Hugh Grant says, like people. Yeah, hit that like button.
Hugh Grant? Great to have you watching, Hugh.
Suvik Batsi. Oh, no, sorry.
Can you not read the one?
No, it's just, I think he's talking about something that we've already discussed and we've moved on from. People in with the score predictions. Give us your score predictions. Gando says 1-1. Maguire with a brace. Yeah, maybe. Also in the super chat, Sam Z says main lack of control related to playing style of our main players, Rashi, Bruno, etc. Not because they ain't good players, but suited to counter attack. Flamster says 2-2. Lion Van Gran says Palace like to score 1-1. Give us your score prediction.
Full hamster, what a name.
Joe Smith, give us your thoughts on some of the discussion points there that Joe McGrath was making.
Yeah, you're talking about not controlling games and not dominating games start to finish. And I think, obviously, there's a lot of things that goes into that. But one thing that definitely goes into it that would definitely make a big difference is we just aren't scoring enough goals. Yeah. And in the Tottenham game, in the Arsenal game, just this season, for example, if we'd have scored in the first half when we had chances, or, I know we scored against Arsenal, but if we'd have scored our chances and put those chances in, we would have had a much better chance of winning that game. The Tottenham game in particular, where we had chances and we just missed all of them. And I just think, you look last season at the final table, City scored 94 goals, Arsenal scored 88 goals. They're the only 2 teams above us. We scored 58 goals. Yeah, that's 30 less than Arsenal. We scored 10 less than Newcastle, who were seen as a sort of pragmatic, almost time-wasting team. We scored 10 goals less than them. We scored 23 goals less than Liverpool. Sorry, not 23 goals, 18 goals less than Liverpool. We scored, 15 goals less than Brighton. Even Tottenham, who finished 7th, scored more than us. Bournemouth finished 15th and scored 13 goals more than United.
That is incredible, isn't it?
That's just not good enough.
Because we had Rashford doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and then second goal scorer under him were miles away. And it's
and you look to this season, and United have scored, 7 goals in 6 games. Newcastle have scored 16 goals in the same time. Brighton have scored 18. Tottenham 15. Liverpool 15. City 16. Like we're scoring just about, just more than 1 goal per game. And you can't dominate games when it's 0-0 or when you're only 1-0 up, because teams will always know if we put the pressure on, we can get back in this game. Yeah. If you're 2-0 up, it doesn't matter. You find yourself controlling games because you're already out of sight. So that's the difficulty. It's so hard to keep up the physical effort and the mental effort to dominate or to control a game for 90 minutes when it's 1-0. Because they know any chance, any corner, any counter-attack, and we're back in this. And I think United sort of struggle under that pressure a little bit.
No, they do. Just looking at it, just had a graphic up there about Roy Hodgson's record at United. I know we've beaten Palace a couple of times recently, but that was under Patrick Vieira. I think his record at United at Old Trafford, I think he's 2 wins and a draw in his last 3 games at Old Trafford, I think, if that graphic was right, or if I read it right, which is quite a record to have when you're Crystal Palace manager coming to Old Trafford and keep getting results like
fun,
that.
Isn't it?
Katie Holmes says, who's been a member of the Academy 5 months, said, could each of you lads give your best Eric Ten Hag impression? Simply just saying the players will do fine.
The players will do fine. No,
I'm going to leave that one. Thank you. I think
Joe?
I'm always wary of doing impressions of foreign people. I think it can come across as a bit wrong. Sorry.
Sorry for Joe McGrath's comment.
I think Europe's fine, isn't it?
If those are the rules, yeah. Once you get into America, then you're in trouble.
Would you do a Frenchman?
Who?
Anyone? Cantona?
No.
You won't do Cantona?
Absolutely not. That's
Spanish?
probably the last person I'd ever do.
Spanish?
I don't want to do anyone because I just feel it's a bit like.
If you can do French, then the Dutch are only next door.
I
or
can't.
the next door but one. Is Belgium in the middle.
Joe, can you do any impressions of anything? Steve does a good Northern Irish, to be fair with.
Yeah, no, I don't. I can do a few accents, but again, that landscape's getting murkier and murkier.
It is, isn't it? It just feels a bit 1980s.
It does a bit, yeah. But I feel like you're allowed to do ones within the UK. It feels like maybe.
Yeah. What are the rules?
I don't know what the rules are.
You can do an impression.
Trying to hurt people's feelings. Isn't it?
Yeah, this is it. I know. You never know. Matt Wick says I will do camera.
If you can get there in half an hour, or you get there in an hour on a flight, you can do it.
Mikey Plays Poker says, Jay, I'd like us to give a good defence of the Carabao. Call it what you like. We are the champs. Let's have a go, man. Yeah,
What's wrong with that? You get there in an hour on a flight, you can do it.
What?
The accent. If you get there in an hour on a flight, you can do it.
So you could do like a French accent.
German. I mean, there's some characters you would leave out, but you could do a German accent.
Some characters you'd leave out. Yeah.
French. I'm not probably a wee, you know what I mean?
Wee, that was a great French impression. I honestly thought I was sat next to a Frenchman. Joshua Bowater says, love the fact Ten Hag decided to throw a barbecue, even when it's chucking it down, adapting well to Northern culture. Joe Smith, you were talking to me about this before. What is going on here? What's this barbecue story?
So Ten Hag, I think it had been planned for a couple of weeks, but it sort of was more needed than ever. At the weekend, or I think maybe at the start of the week, they threw a barbecue at Carrington apparently for the players and the players' families, and they had, a little bouncy castle. They had face paints for Luke Shaw and stuff like that. Like, it was just a lovely day, and apparently everyone loved it. It went down a treat, and it was seen as a much needed, knees up, feet up for some of the players, and a bit more of a light heart.
Do you think they got a couple of disposables in?
No, I think they probably got some of the best barbecues with the best.
Do you reckon they got like a guy to come in and do the barbecue?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like that's what the rich people do.
What can footballers have on a barbecue?
Well, they said it was quite healthy, so it was meats and veg. But then again, most barbecues are pretty healthy, aren't they? Sausage and burgers, but a lot of it's like chicken, fish.
Do you think they're allowed cheese on the burgers?
Yeah.
Do you think they're allowed cheese? What about like coleslaw?
Yeah, I think they're allowed a coleslaw.
Potato salad?
Oh, you're pushing it now because that's just carbs and fat, isn't it?
What do I have? Marshmallows.
What on your
fire
burger?
after?
I think they probably had. Yeah, they were allowed 1 s'mores each. That was the rule. Any more than that, and you're pushing it really, aren't you? BMI wise.
I'd love that. I wouldn't mind.
You've just heard that there's a barbecue going on and thought, I could probably be a professional footballer, haven't you? It's the first time you could relate to the lifestyle of a professional footballer.
Can I honestly tell you the first time, and I think I've said this on the Sloppy Joes, but you might not know it. I went on a tour of Old Trafford, and they brought us into the dressing room, and they went at half time, often footballers, for a quick sugar hit, will eat jelly babies. And I honestly, as a 6-year-old, thought, I should be a footballer.
Right.
just because they had jelly babies at half time and Jaffa cakes. I was like, this is the career for me. What a fucking touch.
Did you master the jelly baby eating bit and just not the football bit?
Yeah, I can still. Technically, I'm a Premier League player at heart.
Yeah.
You know, just my heart's not very healthy.
There's loads of super chats and comments we'll get into them. Yeah, Christopher Matthews, who's been a member of the Academy for 18 months, says, hope you lot are doing well. First member chat in a while. Had a newborn who sucks up all my free time. Hoping for a 2-0 win. Up the Paddock from Canada. Congratulations on your newborn.
Congrats.
I hope you're getting some sleep in there at some point. Baz Salford 69 says, when was the last time we thrashed someone 5-0? We still treading water, but hopefully it come good. When was the last time we battered someone 5-0?
I don't know, but that Chelsea game was it not 4 in that Chelsea
4-1,
game?
yeah.
That's a kind of a... What is a thrashing? 3+ goals?
Well, he did stipulate specifically.
Yeah, he said
5-0,
5-0.
didn't he? So
when was the last time
we won 5-0? I'm on it.
When did Ollie beat? Was it Southampton?
That was 9, wasn't it?
9.
What a day that was. Christ.
Is that the last? Surely not.
Nah, I'm looking.
No, I think you'll have to go far back, you know. Ten Hag, did Ten Hag batter anyone that score? I don't think so. So then you're back into
let's try and think.
The Ralph Ragnick certainly didn't. Think he back in the Ollie days.
Think of Ollie used to do it quite a lot.
Yeah, we had great
Ollie,
fun.
we had a few.
You know what you're going to get with Ollie, but it was fun.
I can't think of anyone.
We beat Liverpool 4-0 in the Bangkok Century Cup.
Brilliant. That's almost 5.
Good,
Does that count?
Well, he stipulated 5, but we'll take it.
Yeah, let us know in the chat and the comments when was the last time we battered anyone 5-0.
Would you like, Jay, for anyone watching with a newborn, that guy had a newborn, would you like, Jay, if anyone named their newborn either sort of son or daughter or pet after you?
I've got a pet named after me. So a lady I interviewed named her dog after me.
Jay?
What's it called, dickhead?
Justin, my full name.
Oh, fun. What did he just say? You should have heard that.
What did he say?
Very nasty.
What? Go on, what did you say?
Very below the belt.
Say, what did you say?
I said, what's it called, dickhead?
What?
He said,
Such highbrow humour.
I
said it was named after me, not you.
Just on the battering, I'm still to find a 5-0, but there was a period between the 7th of August and the 11th of September 2021 when we beat Everton 4-0, Leeds 5-1 and Newcastle 4-1. I'm still on the hunt for a 5-0 whipping.
I think
but August 2021 is the last time we sort of routinely beat teams by more than 3 goals. So I'll look back into that.
I think you love the 5-1 because it has those Leeds fans losing their head, doesn't it? That was with a.
I'd rather the 5-1 than the 5-0, right? Because my favourite bit in that game, which was an amazing game, by the way, the fact that the announcement ran before, I hate Leeds as well, because they were still celebrating Luke Ayling's goal when we equalised.
Yeah.
So
it was all downhill from there.
They do that thing, don't they, Leeds fans? Like, shoes off if you hate Man U, because they've all, got a brain cell between them. And it was like they're all doing that nonsense, and then as they were celebrating, we equalised, and then we just went on and won.
The last time United won a game by 5 clear goals, whether that be 5-0 or more, was the 9-0 victory over Southampton in the 2nd of February 2021.
You called it, didn't
you? Just over 18 months ago.
Were we allowed fans in the stadium for that bit, or was that an empty fanner?
I think it was an empty fanner. I was here for that.
That was an empty fanner, that one.
An empty fanner? Gutted.
Because they had... They had all them injuries, didn't they?
Hold on.
They had all them injuries, and then the kid got sent off in after 20 seconds. And then they got another red card later on as well.
Joe, I've got a new question for you. When was the last time we won by more than 5 goals where fans saw it?
Great question. I will
speak to you
get
in a bit.
on that now.
Joe's really good on the computer. He's class, isn't he? He's bringing out. He
brought
out the other before we didn't really congratulate you on it. He brought out headlines from when we beat Spurs out of nowhere.
No.
Did you see it? Where did they come from? It was like, well, you should have seen the headlines at the time. Read this. I was like, fucking hell, that geezer's great.
Thanks, Joe.
How's he got the headlines?
Alexi, when he's on there, he just makes stats up. When you ask him a stat, he'll just write something out. Like he'll just say 1 in 7. Alexi, he'll say it and then he'll just move on.
We have the infamous picture that Alexi that's hanging up on the wall. You can't see it.
Yeah.
But it took Alexi. I mean, you actually called a friend in Jay to put it on. He couldn't hang it on the wall. It was quite painful to watch, wasn't it?
It was.
And then he broke the wall.
Yeah. He somehow broke the hook that it hooks onto. He bent it. It was... I felt guilty in asking him to do it. I don't know why, because it's a pretty simple exercise. But I felt like I shouldn't have asked him to do this. This isn't fair. And I felt like the pressure was getting to him because you were commenting on it. I was filming him. And I think it was making him worse.
Yeah.
So we decided
combination of
If
pressure.
I'm stepping in for you, you've got serious problems. Clark Kent, who says, how long until we are a possession-based team? Answers on a postcard.
Sure.
A possession-based team. What are the main ingredients to become a possession-based team?
Having possession, probably a lot of it.
Like, is it a better midfield? Is it more confident defenders? Is it better communication between the attackers and the defence? Is that it? Is that the communication-based
When was the last time
team?
we actually beat someone 5-0 though? 5-0.
Well,
I don't know
if this was
for a while.
I'm not certain that this was the last time, but I can tell you I think the last time, let me just double check that there's fans in the audience here. It was in February, so I'd assume what they were.
Right,
the last time
5-0.
United won a game 5-0 or more in front of a crowd was against Club Bruges on the 27th of February 2020.
What was that? What was the score?
It was 5-0.
5-0. Brilliant.
Great,
well
great
done.
job.
Well done.
Great job.
Matt Wicks, who's been a member of the first team for 33 months, says, so much negative shite surrounding the club right now. So, using my milestone to shout out Glenn F's mate, Clara, for 54 days sober. Big love. Well done. Smashing it. Always great to hear that. One day at a time. Christopher Matthews, any non-United shirts you guys wish you had? 05 Ronaldinho for me.
Nice.
Any non-United shirts?
I like a classic AC Milan top. I like to get my hands on one of them.
Yeah.
They looked just cool growing up. And I also had a ruined Real Madrid top, which I'd like to rebuy.
No.
The thing is with White Jay, as a mucky eater,
Yeah.
often, buffalo sauce gets everywhere.
Does it?
And it's like, well, I can't get it out.
Yeah.
I tried everything. Vinegar, soy sauce, Daz.
Is this the recipe for the buffalo wings?
No. Daz, Dav,
Dav?
Sif,
What's Dav?
Jazz. What's the one with the baby on the front of it? Fairy Liquid. Used it all. Couldn't get it out.
Human shit.
That's the only way you can get out one person's human shit is by using another person's human shit. Is that the red,
it's like red and white
wine?
wine. No, you have to use someone's bloody poo. Oof, God.
Oh, that's it. If I could have any non-United kit, I do like. It's a bit basic, but I do like the 2010 Inter Milan kit, the Jose one with the round collar. I like that one.
Nice.
Really nice.
I used to have a Juve kit, an old Juve kit.
Oh, nice.
And I had a PSV kit as well, the top, when I was younger. And it wasn't really one of them who had different kits. I had a Brazil top as well. And a Cameroon kit with the yellow star on. Other than that, I think it's just been United.
Yeah.
And the top red. Although now I don't buy any United kits.
No, I don't think I've ever worn a United top on stream. I've been doing stream for 4 or 5 years.
I remember Ronaldo Brown, who we're going to be hearing from at half time, he wore a PSV top once. PSG, sorry. And he was getting stick for it, which I thought was pretty inoffensive wearing a PSG top. But I think, did you end up changing? Is he there?
Yeah, he's here.
Did you end up changing it, Ronnie?
Never wore it again.
He never wore it again. He said, I'm retiring now. I'm not doing it again because it's doing me head in.
I saw someone taking a picture of someone wearing a Real Madrid top at Old Trafford.
Who cares?
It wasn't a PSG top. It was a PSG Jordan collaboration.
It was a PSG Jordan collaboration. Mm-hmm. But people were commenting saying, what's he doing wearing that? And he didn't do it again. But I'd have thought it wouldn't have mattered. Remy Stone says, Joe Smith is Paddock's version of Susie Dent.
Yeah, Susie Dent.
Yeah,
I find Susie Dent quite attractive.
You what?
I find Susie Dent quite attractive.
She annoyed me though when she was on Celebrity Chase.
My camera's gone here.
Because
your camera's gone.
We've lost.
Alexi, can you fix his camera?
Oh God, here we go. This is like the Keystone.
Next time you see Joe
Keystone
Smith,
Cops here now.
Look upside down.
A nice contemporary reference.
Crikey, time's gone quick, hasn't it? We're nearly kicking off.
We are, yes. The team line up. Eric tonight coming out waving to the crowd. I wonder what the crowd's going to be like tonight because a lot of tickets floating around tonight. I was offered a few. I'm not going obviously because I'm here. But there were a lot of tickets. So. But the thing is, you can still have a lot of tickets floating around and have 50,000 fans at Old Trafford. Or 60,000.
65.
Or 65,
You've made me yawn there.
Sorry. I think Joe Smith's just trying to sort. We're going to sort it out because we want Joe Smith.
Just me and you.
The batteries ran out. That's what it is. Out. It's a battery situation.
We just need some couple of double A's.
Yeah, we're going to sort that out. Don't worry. Just going through the lineup. You can see it there anyway. United, like the way they line up. Yeah. Onana, Delhomme,
Hannibal. How do you make of Hannibal?
Amrabat, Casemiro, Mount, Hannibal, and a front three of Palestri, Martial, Garnacho on the bench. You've got Bayern, Evans, Fernandes, Van der Beek, Rashford, Heaton, Lindelof, Gore and Højlund. Dale Gibson, who's been a member for 33 months of the first team, says that 5-0 against Club Bruges was the legendary watch-along where Steve was so smashed that he didn't know the score. Also, the last game before lockdown, that was Lask, wasn't it? Wasn't it that was Lask? the 5-0, where
He said we beat Bruce.
where Steve was levered.
Joe had the stats in front of him.
No, I'm not doubting Joe.
What can we say?
I'm just saying.
Joe brought the stats to us.
The LASK game when.
Steel. Have you ever been pissed on stream? I think I got pissed.
No, I've been. No. It's not an issue.
Joe, has Joe Smith ever? I don't think I've ever been drunk on stream.
No, I think
I've had a beer now and again.
Steve went through like a bottle of rum basically on his own.
Steve, when we used to do Paddock in the like sort of original, when it was like the weird Paddock, mate, Steve's watch-alongs with me and him, it used to be rogue. He used to have like ribs on the table.
Oh yeah, he used
to like a Henry VIII banquet.
Yeah, he used
me
to
and him
love
just
all that.
getting like eating like and not even watching the game. Much more professional now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, do
you know what? Rib? Actually, not to question the stat master, but that last game was the last. Oh no, because you said with fans, you're right. I don't think there was fans in the last game, was there? So yeah, that's the difference.
And that was the
but
question.
The last game was the one where Steve was levered.
The last game,
because we did a Tottenham preview after it that never went out because the game got postponed, and then we watched it. We decided not to put it out, and then we put it out as a members vid.
It's all going on
because
here.
it was
Alexi.
It was quite ropey, should we say? When you get a chance, I know you're sorting other things out. Unless Alexi can sort a bit of volume out. Manchester United have kicked off.
TV's behind us as well.
The what? Sorry.
The TV's gone out behind us.
Oh right, it's all happening. It's all
happening, but we're away.
Get involved in the comments in the chat. Hit that like button as well. Manchester United have kicked off against Crystal Palace, and the good news
Alexi's turned the TV on now. Some sort of like erotic porn will appear. Now he's just sort of pressed that, knowing his look.
Here we go.
Close your eyes, kids.
Here we go. Alexi
go on, Delo. Go on, Delo. Nice and early. Oh. So far, so
David
good.
Taylor in the chat says, "Great show, lads. I remember paying 30 quid for the legendary Grey United shirt from JJB.
Love it.
And after the Southampton game, JJB put them down to 6 quid. Yeah, because remember that was where we got beaten. They changed it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet they could go for quite a bit of money now. I was speaking about DVDs today on my radio show. Do you still have a couple of good DVDs? Any good United DVDs?
I've got some DVDs. I don't know if I've got any United ones left. I gave all mine away.
Because you know Netflix in America still do a DVD service where you can like get DVDs sent out to you.
Really?
Yeah, they still do it, but they're stopping that now. It's this week now. So we were just reminiscing of the old DVDs, and I was thinking of some of the old football ones. I definitely got the 08 double on sort of DVD.
Yeah.
They're good, them.
They are,
when Spurs released their Audi Cup one. So, mate, if the viewers could see what we can see now, I've got Doctor Who with his screwdriver next to me trying to turn the TV on. I've got Joe doing all sorts of yoga poses.
Is Joe going to have to press this button for you?
God knows what's going on.
Right. Joe's coming in to help. Alexi's having a bit of a stinker here. He can't put a picture up.
He's like the Maguire. He's like the Maguire.
He's good at the social media side of things, though, and that's what matters.
Come on.
Danny G says, I had the great shirt. Hit that like button, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes.
Would love it.
We're just waiting for this telly. This telly will be coming back on shortly.
I need to stop looking at this kid here. Alexi, man,
it's all happening, isn't it? It is all not happening.
Right,
the case
bit of pressure for Varane, looking steady. Onana. The thing is with Onana, we were wondering, will he be dropped? I think you just got to play Onana as for many times as you can this season, just so he really settles in.
Yeah.
And he really sort of, because the more he plays, the better he'll become. So I know wrestling might seem good, but, you know, for a goalkeeper, he doesn't do too much in terms of running.
Yeah.
But let's really embed him into everyone and everything he can do. 2 minutes gone. I'm just keeping a track of how long it's going to take Alexi to... I'm thinking half time. He'll still be stood there. 45. You got it. Yes. Great work. Great work.
Well done, Alexi. People asking about the timer. The timer's going to be with you presently. Don't worry.
I couldn't do it because I didn't have a camera, you see. I was sorting that.
He's sorting it now. He's been multitasking, so he's sorting out his camera, and then he's going to sort out the timer because Joe's doing a lot of things.
Timer and camera sorted. Not
no,
there.
You
There
just
you go. Wait a sec. And hi.
There we go.
I honestly thought
timer and
I thought
camera.
that was a bit then. I thought he was doing a joke.
We've got the screen on. We're back in the game. Hit that like button, people, please. Let's get to 1,000 likes.
How do you get the timer?
Smash
That's
the likes.
pretty cool. How do you do it? What do you do? Just like sync up.
I don't know. I'll leave that to the technical people. That's not to do with me. That let them sort out.
Do you know what, I couldn't sleep last night.
91, 92 VHS, so near, so far, says Danny G. That was an awful season, that wasn't it? Do you know, it was so annoying because we had it right in our hands, and so we had all those fixtures at the end of the season. Never mind. Amrabat on the ball.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice, but the referee then he went for a tackle.
When you get a chance, can we have a little bit of volume, please, if that's possible?
Alexi.
We can have a little bit. The only issue is because the laptop is here.
Yeah.
If the audio comes through my microphone, then we'll get taken off air.
Right.
We'll get taken down. No one wants that, do they?
Nope.
It's like we can hear it a little bit.
Yeah, we know what's going on.
Yeah, we can see.
5 minutes gone.
Hey. Go on.
Ooh.
Mason Mount almost booting Dean Henderson there, and if he had done it, he'd have probably got a standing ovation.
Do you think Dean Henderson's name got a boo at Old Trafford when he got rid of?
Probably, should have done.
Do you know you've got to be really careful there, Jay, with all those lockets, you know.
Nice. Shit. Diddly squirts.
Go on. Or maybe, no, actually, I'm getting that wrong. Can someone fact check me on that? Maybe it's... No, there was a situation, I won't tell you about it, but there was a situation once where I think it might be lockets.
Right.
They've got something in them that really will,
Yeah. Danny Wiles has still got 99 treble on VHS.
Quality.
So have I.
Joshua Watkins says, notice it's a sharp TV. Was that done on purpose? Yes. Reminiscing. Brune says, Steve Bruce, Captain's Log VHS. Steve Bruce in the studio.
I love this. Let's
Great,
get some photos of these if you can dig them out at half time and tweet them us. Old school VHSs, DVDs. I've definitely still got the 08 one. Go on.
Keep going,
Go on.
Oh, he just couldn't get it out of his feet, could he then? Then he tried to pick out
God,
Hannibal. But no, and the pressure's still on. Out to Varane here.
Varane. Back to Maguire. Come on, Maguire. He holds the ball quite a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe he's learnt from Evans.
Delow here now on the right side.
Delow.
Hit that like button, please, people. Gets
Nice.
about, doesn't he,
Go on,
Hannibal?
Varane. Hannibal, yeah, he's
Full
a
of
bit of a
beans.
worker.
That's what you
It's
like to
interesting
see.
that he really didn't make too much of an impact at Birmingham, but now he's come back and he's sort of, he's working really hard in the United squad. To sort of maintain his place, I guess.
Yeah, he's sort of... It didn't look like he was going to get much of a chance, and now he has had a chance. He's taken it very well. Decent cameo against Brighton and a very good game against Burnley. So United just keeping the ball there. All of it's been in sort of on the halfway line or in their half, in Palace's half so far. It was only 6 minutes in, to be fair.
United's trademarks good start again.
It is. We have 18. Is it 18 minutes we've got before it all goes wrong for us?
Yeah, that's
it's usually a 15, but you only realise after 18. That's what I've worked out.
Yeah, it's very much like a Simpsons episode. Do you think you're going one way? You think, we're going to win 8-0 here, and then you get taken down a different avenue.
Yeah,
and you get beat.
There's always a plot twist.
Yeah, and the plot twist is
a
great start, energetic, great runs. Go on. Oh my!
Amrabat there with a shot.
Amrabat got an ovation before for a sort of 25-yard pass.
Did he really?
Yeah, he sort of clipped it out to Dallo, and I could hear. That's what you want with the new transfer, innit?
What's the worst thing you've ever seen being clipped up by a player to praise them? You know, you see things get clipped
that was
up.
A mad shot.
Like things get clipped up all the time, don't they? Like, go look at you. Wish your left back could do this, or this is this is what it's about.
Oh, I know mine.
Go on.
It was Eric Bailly when he put a picture of his own goal on his social media.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah,
I can't remember that. Tell me
the
how
City
that
game.
So after the City game, Eric Bailly scored an own goal and then basically put a picture of that own goal on his social media like he was chuffed about it.
Yeah,
the worst one I've seen, actually,
he apologised for
and
it.
it only happened the other day, was people doing a highlights montage of Mason Greenwood's game the other day.
Yeah.
Like, United are missing him. He didn't even do anything.
No.
One of the highlights was him getting tackled.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Giving away, he got cornered, didn't he?
It's just ridiculous, and it's a ridiculous angle to go with, and also he didn't even play well.
I saw one once with it was Andy Robertson for Liverpool.
Oh yeah, I think
chasing the ball, and he's chasing the ball, plays it against City, and he just chases it for ages. He don't get it, but he's just chasing it, and I think we're just running.
Anyone can be a chaser.
What's that? Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't. In fact, he don't like win a corner or force anything. He just City play it away, around him and get away. I was just like, why are you highlighting that?
Bruno Fernandes does that about 40 times a game.
That's what I mean. Some of the things that get highlighted now as good things. I know the Eric Bailly one was crazy, but some of the things that you go like, fans just tweet out clips of it. You think, what is that? That's not great. Crystal Palace with a free kick here.
Don't fuck this up. Can't be the first free kick, first goal.
It's a bit far out,
He's
for
going
a
to go
dig.
for
Do you
it,
reckon he's
isn't
going
he?
for it?
Oh,
He's
that's nice.
doing a little...
Ooh. Halloween soon? What are you going as?
I don't know, you know. I don't really get dressed up. My kids go out trick-or-treating and that.
Yeah,
but
they love it, yeah.
Yeah, they love it. But we usually, go near to where I used to live and go around there just to have a look round, because there's usually, people coming out and dressed up and all that. We did it once, I remember, in Earlham, near where I used to live. There was a guy that came out of the bush with a chainsaw and, a Jason mask, covered in blood.
Is so far,
But that was so far, and I'm a 43-year-old man, and I was screaming.
Oh, I'd have lost my mind.
The kids were hysterical, and my missus wasn't far behind him. But I was like, hang on a minute, surely that's borderline illegal.
Oh, there's a line. There's got to be a line.
You can't be jumping out of a random bush with a chainsaw covered in fake blood.
Was the chainsaw making noise?
Yeah, it was on.
No.
It was on
Mate,
Mother's Life. It was on.
What do you mean it was a chainsaw? Of course it must have been. To scare you. He's not doing it himself,
and
is he?
What they did was, across the road of the house was where all the action was. There was loads going on. So you look in there, but as you walk past this bush, he come out the other side of the road on this bush, pulling his chainsaw thing. And it was just, it was horrific. And I thought, once I'd stopped screaming, I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, it can
hilarious.
be scary, can't it? What have you gone as in the past, Joe?
Abraham Lincoln.
Nice.
I had to play to the beard in a way.
Yeah.
Dead Abraham Lincoln.
No. What?
Well, it's supposed to be scary.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. He was dead.
He is dead, yeah.
I went as him as a sort of reanimated Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
What else have I been as? Oh, I went as a ghost. Just sort of sheet over the head once.
Was that as a ghost, or was you not having one of those meetings that you have with your mates?
Oof.
To be fair, it wasn't just me with a sheet over the head.
Yeah.
There was two of us. Went with a sheet over the head. Eyeballs cut in
coming down the road, it must be right for a short-sighted person. It must be being fucking hell.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of. What about you, Joe McGrath? You must have some stories.
I went as a vampire once. Good vampire.
A dead vampire?
One of those alive ones. I also went as a sort of Mexican riding a horse.
Right. What's scary about that?
Some of the things I was saying. Just to really put people on edge.
Yeah.
I went as, I think the bin bag over your head, sort of as like a sort of cut through, sort of like a weird sort of, I don't know who I was, like a scary person. And then I went.
No, not just a scary person. A bin bag over the head. What is that?
Yeah,
what costume
what
is
that
that?
actually?
Sheet over the head.
Really, no.
Ghost. Bin bag over the head.
That's just like.
Why is that not a ghost?
Got no money. A bin bag over my head.
What mean?
It sounds like you're on the way into Crown
cheese.
Court and you don't want the paparazzi.
Yeah, I've just got a bin bag over my head. Yeah, great costume.
I think I want to go with the Toy Story this year.
Well, the whole thing. Just the whole film.
Yeah, like all of them.
Toy
Yeah. No, we're all going to take a character.
Oh, you look like two people from Toy Story. Actually, three people from Toy Story.
Ah, here we go.
You look like.
No. I tell you what you should do. Write them down and then let Jay guess.
Right, you don't have to write them down, right? So he looks like three people from Toy Story.
He looks so much like the toy collector in Toy Story 2, doesn't he?
Oh,
Let's be honest.
Right, he does look like, straight away, he looks like Buzz Lightyear.
Thank you,
He does.
Jay.
He's got the chin of Buzz Lightyear.
If you say Mr. Potato Head,
I'm not going to say Mr. Potato Head.
You don't like Mr.
Or the dinosaur.
You look like the toy collector.
No, I'm not having that.
If you put some glasses on,
cheeky.
you look exactly like him.
Oh, he's such a dickhead.
You could also be Lotso Bear or whatever his name is.
The what?
Lotso Bear?
Lotso Bear from the third Toy Story film.
All right, I'll take him.
Potato Head.
See, I can't remember any of them.
Don't just whisper Potato Head. I heard you.
Yeah, I thought that's where this is going.
I take Potato Head more than the weird sort of.
Henry C says Crystal Palace with a Man City River Plate looking kit. McGrath, you better be good luck. Ryan R says it's very old now, but Sol Campbell's marathon slide off the pitch was classic. He really did nothing, but everyone went crazy how amazing he was. All right, yeah, that clip that was doing the rounds. Sol Campbell's always good box office on socials and in clips.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he got his birthday wrong?
Yeah, I do remember that.
He said, thank you for all the birthday messages. I've had loads of messages saying that I'm 36. I'm not. I'm 35. But thank you. And then people were pointing out, like, they did the research. I'm like, no, you are 36. Like, you were born on this year.
Yeah.
You know, every bit of evidence throughout your life and your career shows that you are this age. And then he deleted his own video and did another one where he didn't mention his age. And I thought, at what point did he start getting his age wrong? Where did he get it? Like, where did he go from? Like, did he go from 33 to 34 by accident one day? Like, what happened there? How did that happen?
I love as well on that on the second video he uploaded, he just didn't mention his age.
No, he didn't.
Right.
No.
Okay, right, okay, you win. I'll do a new video. I just won't mention the age because I still think I'm 35.
Yeah.
I know I'm 35 and I won't mention it on this one. You know, recording that video, he still thought he was 35.
Yeah, he's had a right row with someone who's filming it for him.
Yeah.
But what I love as well, he did one for it was the Champions League final or something, and he was doing, obviously, it was a sponsored post, and they said to him, can you do a video for 30 seconds? So for 10 seconds, he's talking. Like, I saw Campbell here, just getting ready for kick-off. Can't wait, I'm so excited, I'm outside the stadium. And then he runs out of things to say. So for 20 seconds, he just keeps saying, can't wait, it's going to be great. We're here, can't wait, it's going to be great. He just says that for 20 seconds to fill 20 seconds till he gets to 30 and then stops. It's absolutely bizarre.
Wow. Like Alan Partridge, where he's looking up at the news and he's news.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Effect. It's painful. Glenn F says, Jay, I used to live in Earlham, Halstead Drive. Ooh, Earlham alumni. M44 in the house.
Did you see the Halloween guy come out the bush?
Yeah, Glenn, did you ever see him? Redman07 says, Jay, wear a blue suit and black glasses and go as Penfold. Ooh.
Google Penfold.
Penfold was from Danger Mouse. Not the nicest compliment, but I get your point.
Is Penfold, who's the one that people used to say that Martin Yol looked like? Is that Penfold?
I don't know. I can't see it. Possibly.
Nah.
Was it Martin Yol?
Martin Yol.
Matthew Coward says Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2.
Yeah, that's it.
Stinky Pete.
Yeah. You do like Stinky Pete.
You like Stinky Pete. Speaking, I've just remembered a DVD that I definitely own about football.
Go on.
Is it shouldn't happen to a footballer? Have you seen those like top 20 clips of stuff that shouldn't happen to a footballer?
Who's presenting it?
I want to say Paddy McGuinness.
I was going to say, do you know what? It stinks of Paddy McGuinness. I've got a DVD of him presenting something.
Very
like
Paddy McGuinness.
Paddy McGuinness loves the backhander, doesn't he?
He does.
Like, Paddy, we've got a DVD coming out like football's biggest blunders or whatever. Yeah, 50
goals
quid.
And gaffs.
Yeah, you know the dance. It used to be when I was growing up. Yeah, when I was a kid, it was Nick Hancock. He loved it. I don't even remember him from They Think It's All Over.
Cocky.
Yeah. So it was him, and then it became like Paddy McGuinness was your go-to guy.
Yeah,
there's
not really one of them now at the minute, is there, Joe?
No, maybe you could.
I think you could fill that void,
guys.
Yeah, I think you are. You could be the face of the next blooper reel. Or Dean Henderson, is he all right?
He's limping. He's not going to come off unless his leg's hanging off in this game, is he?
I doubt it.
No way.
That's warming up. Sam Johnson, another ex-United player.
It's just a never-ending roundabout of former Manchester United goalkeepers.
De Gea will come out like WWE style.
Like, that's De Gea's music.
All the lights will go off in the Old Trafford, and then De Gea comes out of nowhere.
I think has he done his hamstring now?
How do you get injured in it when you're in net?
Taking a kick.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what kind of reception he'll get now if he comes off.
Well, they've got the new Wi-Fi, so it'll probably be decent.
Very good. Very good.
Cheers.
Nice. Jamie Gillespie says, hope Banana scores against Hendo. Me too. That would
nice
be
little break-in play here.
Just on that, because the only way that could obviously happen would be in a penalty shootout. Is this a straight to penalty situation, or is there extra time?
So. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, straight to pens, how I like to call it. And I think it would be an interesting test for Banana.
What do you mean you like to call it like you've just walked into a W.H. Smith?
Straight to pens is the way I... Penalties is what I call them.
What did the goalkeeper just take a sort of froob of? Like a
yeah.
What is
Ronaldo Brown's the man for that. He's got all the answers there.
What did he take, Ronnie?
He took some sort of smoothie
sort of froob thing.
That's just the energy gel.
Energy gel. If you ask me, if you're a keeper 17 minutes into a game, you should not need an energy gel. 17 minutes.
And also, he's been sat on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick energy gel. Why? Oh, he's not even started. He's not even played yet.
Oh.
I'd have a bag of nuts.
Yeah,
or
go on. Dean Henderson's going off.
Just take some cashews with me.
So he's not going to have the game of his life, which we all thought he would have. Probably back on Saturday.
Joe, put your ear to the computer. What are they saying?
Is he getting booed?
Oh, Marshall.
Andy Marshall, give him a little hug.
Bet he owes him some money or something.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Nah, no one's asked.
Palestri's giving him a little.
On his debut.
Yeah.
Sad that. I like the purple though. It's a lovely touch.
By the sound of it, it's a relatively mooted reaction. Not much going on at all, to be honest.
He isn't the pantomime villain. I think he thought he was.
I remember last season when remember Alex Iwobi got done by Malassa. It was a tackle, but he got stretched off, and he got stretched off in front of us, and everyone was booing him. And I just thought, why? What's he done wrong? He's like, it wasn't a foul. No one got a yellow card or anything. It's not like you're annoyed because Malassi got done. Yeah. He hurt himself. He got stretched off. For all you know, that could have been the end of his career. You didn't know what was up with him. It was obviously serious, and everyone was booing him. So that's a bit
out sometimes football fans.
Like, it's not like it was Liverpool as well as that Everton. It's pretty inoffensive. It just seemed a bit bizarre.
His offence was being terribly hurt.
Yeah, how dare you? Boo. Also, Alex Iwobi is like one of the least offensive players ever. JJ Koch's nephew, innit?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, a bit of
JJ,
trivia,
what a player.
Hey. Is Roy Hodgson your favourite England manager? I've heard he is. I've heard you put him above Alf Ramsey.
No, I like Steve Cooper, me.
Steve Cooper?
Nah. I think, what, of all time?
Yeah.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Favourite English manager of all time? Stuart Pearce was funny.
Stuart Pearce?
How
many games was he manager for? Like 2 or something?
It was in like the England manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think I meant?
I thought you meant English manager.
If I went English manager, I said English manager, not England manager.
Sometimes I don't listen.
Right.
It's Capello. Love the chaos. I loved how chaotic it was.
I hate that.
He was the worst. He's the worst person in the world when he's to manage England.
Yeah, he was terrible. It's like he sabotaged us.
Oh, he was. Go on. Nice ball. Who's there? Yes!
Go on, man.
Gets in.
Garnacho. 1-0.
Right place, right time, banging finish.
Yes.
Here
we go. And we've broke the 18-minute curse.
And I believe Pellistri might have got the assist there with the run.
Yes. Good work as well from Delo on the right-hand side.
Oh, maybe it was Delo. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah,
they were all amongst it.
So let's have a little look at the replay here.
Nice. Fine, a great ball.
So it's Pellistri.
Pellistri on the ball. Finds a lovely pass.
Delo
straight. Garnacho.
Yeah.
Fighting off a defender as well. The defence was putting a bit of pressure on him. Stayed strong. Got the finish. Quality.
Class that'll do.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Great finish. Takes a little bit of a wobble as well, so it's hard to sort of find out where your connection is. Oof, just about 4 over heads before getting in there.
Holding tries to clear it, but yeah, 1-0 to Manchester United.
Pellistri, Delo, Garnacho.
Give the video a like. Let us know what you think about that goal. Let us know what you think about anything that is going on. Dean Henderson goes off, and a minute later we score.
Yes.
Those two things are related. Would he have saved that, do you think, Joe?
No, it's quite a difficult movement of play to sort of get on top of. I think goalie would have struggled, but I'm buzzing. I think this will settle us now, and we're at Old Trafford. Let's just keep going.
Yeah,
let's try and do the 5-0 that we've not done.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? All that talk.
Joe, what did you make of that goal?
Yeah, lovely play down the right hand side. I think Dallo and Pellistri did really well. Dallo in particular, I think, I don't know how to describe it. Just looks more energetic. Looks like he's trying more to me over the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
Like I think when he came on as a sub, didn't he? And looked pretty sharp a couple of weeks ago. And since then, he just looks like he's going for it. Like he's thinking, this is my chance here. I need to cement this place before Wan-Bissaka comes back. And I think he's been quite good. So, yeah, good play from Dallo and nice reading of the game and finish from Garnacho as well.
Just on that with Delo, do you think he is a bit underrated? Because I think there's a lot of United fans that dismiss Delo or don't rate him, or Wan-Bissaka sort of became flavour of the month a little bit towards the end of last season. But I've seen a few people from rival fans who go, do you know what, Delo's underrated. Delo's a good player, and he's obviously, he plays for his country, does well there. I don't know, what do you make of people's opinion of Diogo Delo? Because he's not a player that you hear a lot of United fans waxing lyrical about.
I think there's sometimes been performances last year where it's like, he's let us down a little bit. He always seems to work hard, but sometimes that quality doesn't come across as well.
Yeah.
So I always think that sometimes you can always see he's got passion to play for United.
Yeah.
Does he lack the quality to play for United? But that was a well-worked goal going forward. I often think he's sometimes better on the attack than he is actually as a defender.
Now,
Delo.
He's in here now, Delo.
Oh, what a
Great
strike
shot,
on target as well. Great save there By Sam Johnston, that is interesting. Could you just quickly Google the Salford score? They're playing Burnley, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a look
That's
now.
just an interesting one.
Salford versus
That
Burnley.
game is currently 3-0 Burnley after 39 minutes.
Okay,
Right, so
well...
it's on a bit of a knife edge, that one.
Yeah.
Because that would be a fun game if ever that comes off.
Yeah.
Salford against United.
Do you have an affinity for Salford?
Nah,
Do you care about them? No.
Not really. I care more about the team I live closest to, which is Stockport County.
Right, okay.
And that's only because I've been a couple of times, and and sometimes it's great after on the booze.
Yeah, no, that's
great,
fair enough. Because it became sort of popular, didn't it, when Gary Neville and them lot took over, for a lot of United fans to care and like Salford. I mean, I took my lad to see Salford. They were giving out free tickets in his school, in his class. So I took him to see Salford last season. I can't remember who they played, but they won. But I don't really care.
I think the problem is I worked for them a bit, just doing some DJing before their home games.
Right.
And there was more people in the bar wearing United tops than wearing Salford tops.
Yeah, I know it's
And
that
like,
now when there's
who
a lot
are
of
supporting it?
United.
Like what's going on?
Yeah.
And the identity of the club needs to be Salford fans, not United fans that now and again dip in because it's a good game of football. Oof. I knew there was a great ball. For example, that Stockport fans are Stockport fans. You know, they don't have United or City fans, well, apart from me popping up. But I don't wear a shirt there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was United shirts just on display. I was like,
maybe it's a bit like when we was in America. We went to San Diego, and
Great,
like the Snapdragon for the Wrexham game, and there was loads of like Wrexham fans there, but there was just fans. That's a foul. He's playing advantage. Because United. Oh, he's in here. Mason Mount.
come on!
Oh, is that a corner there? That's a great tackle there by that
That
kid.
was an unbelievable pass from Mason Mount, by the way.
Yeah.
The vision and the execution
Let's
of
have
that
a
pass. Such a cute little touch there. Very well done by Garnacho, but this pass from Mason Mount is that first touch, and then that pass is brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah, you're right.
Pellistri's feet.
Does well there, the defender, to be fair.
I mean, it's a pretty harsh tackle, but it is what it is. He sort of goes for his leg and then gets the ball. Look, if you watch it, kicks his leg, but then Pellistri follows through. I think if Pellistri doesn't hit that and goes down, I think that's a penalty.
Just, or maybe wait for the end of this corner, but just, you mentioned before Diogo Deloje.
Yeah.
And why I think he's sort of maybe slightly underrated by United fans, or potentially could be.
Yeah.
Just looking at his stats, he's one of those players that is like above average across the board at everything.
Yeah.
In terms
Goal!
Yes, Casemiro.
Casemiro.
Hey, United scoring from corners.
I'm saying this right now. We are winning 5-0.
Right, okay.
assist for Mason Mount there as well, which is good to see.
Mark my words, the talk about 5-0, the energy we've all channeled in, everyone watching at home, that this game is going to be 5-0. Mark my words. That is 26 minutes. God, I hope we don't get beat now.
Good header, that. Really good header.
He's quite far out.
Who's on him there? Is it Schlupp?
Schlupp. He's quite... Ooh.
He's
Great
just
header.
really good from set
Yeah.
pieces, isn't he, Casemiro? Like, he's genuinely top class at it.
Good header, that.
Great header. 2-0. Happy days.
It's what we
That
want
was
to see,
that was a similar header against Spurs. Was it him against Spurs where he headed it, but it was just too close to the keeper? Was it him or Varane? I think it might have been him. Because I remember watching it and was saying you need to put it further away. It was like one of those headers where you go, great save, but it's a save the keeper can make. The keeper had no chance for that.
4th goal this season.
Shut up. That's ridiculous.
What he said already. He got 2 against Bayern, didn't he?
At that rate, he's going to score 30 goals this season.
Yeah, he might be...
Imagine if he just scores
4th goal.
loads of goals.
How many Rashford's scored?
Rashford's got 1 this season.
He's our top scorer so far, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's got to be, hasn't he?
Oof, yeah, to be
That's
fair, the
naughty,
tackle
that.
against
He's got a
Mark
yellow
Scott.
for that. What the kid?
Yeah, he's got a yellow. Oh,
Rob
I'm
Holding,
walking
one of the more
away.
successful hair transplants of the last decade.
Yeah.
Pushing Conte for his money. When you see Rob Holding and what he was and what he's become follically,
Yeah.
do you ever consider going under the knife, Jay?
I've had obviously rhinoplasty, but
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about my hair.
You had what?
Rhinoplasty.
Rhino.
Rhinoplasty, yeah.
Is there not?
Joe,
What?
Joe don't know what rhinoplasty
You've had rhinoplasty.
It's a nose job.
Oh, Hannibal got a yellow card. Which I was talking about
don't
rhinos.
get involved now, Hannibal. We're 2-0 up. We don't need any nonsense. What's
Is
going
it called
on here?
rhinos because rhinos have big noses?
I think it's more the
That's not a yellow card, is it? Does he do something?
maybe was he on the break there? Was he on the break? If he's clipped him while they're breaking, then you usually do get a yellow for that, don't you? To be fair.
I'll tell you where it comes from.
Go on.
It derives from the Greek words rhinos, which means nose. And
there you go.
plassin to shape, so it's a surgery performed to shape the nose. But I bet you, Joe, that rhinos is where the word rhino comes from. So you're probably almost half right there.
It is interesting how quick.
Well done, Sofian Amrabat.
I wish you could teach Ethan how to be that
done
quick.
well
we
there.
ask Ethan on Slobber Joe's to Google something. Christ, it takes about half an hour. we mentioned rhinoblast once. Joe's already knows what the Greek fucking word is for it. It comes from the Greek.
You want to just do what Alexi does. Alexi just makes it up. Alexi has just been dead quick then. Alexi said, rhino comes from the Scottish for welding.
Yeah.
And like, we'd have gone, right, yeah, we'll just say it and we just move on. It's great. It's the way forward. Match stats.
Can I say something?
You can say what you want.
I can say something, but don't dob me in. Sometimes if I lose my place in the traffic, I just make up there's a delay on a junction I don't even know. on the radio. Yeah, there's a delay there. Junction 5, big delay. 10 minutes. I go, I don't know what I've just said there. I hope no one
I hate it when on the radio when they do the traffic, when they start just listing numbers.
I often think, who's listening to the traffic really? You've not got Google Maps.
Like, but seriously, like, if it's just like, it's B35921, like, what? What's that?
Yeah.
Just you know what I mean? Come on.
Some of the traffic.
I admire you though doing that. I did it once on the radio. That was the first and last time they ever let me do it.
Yeah.
Because I was having an absolute horror show. As you can imagine.
I've got a guy that I forget about who Googles for me. He's called Upside Down Willie. He's called, and sometimes throughout watch-alongs he sort of critiques my performance.
Right. Okay.
I've got nothing wrong this watch-along.
Is he honest though? Will he say to you like,
he'll
Joe, this isn't your best work?
The biggest argument we ever had is when I came on a watch-along and said that when you drown, there's a sense of euphoria just before you die.
And he questioned that, didn't he?
Yeah, he said I was lying. But apparently it is, like getting a full erection. Jizzing.
No, don't just add that in at the end.
No.
Don't just say jizzing under your breath, Joe.
What, is that what you said? Do you know what the weird thing is then? I thought I heard that and I just
say that, yeah.
sort of ignored it. Let's get involved in the chat and the comments. Let us know what you think. Is this the best Palace 11? No, it isn't. I think they've got a couple of their first teamers, if not a few more, on the bench.
Go on, well in. Well fought. Nice. Oof. It's quite sort of...
Mason Mount's
it's
doing
quite
well
a
this
bit
game.
hit and miss, isn't it? But we keep running and we seem to have the ball
play.
still.
Hannibal and Mason Mount.
Them out. Oh, watch
Hannibal's
yourself.
ball back to him wasn't very good.
No, the ball was a bit ropey. Oh, I've got that song in my head.
Andrew says, why is Jay not asking for likes? Great point. Hit that like button, please, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes by half time, yeah? We're almost at 700.
Yeah,
Come on, people. Yeah? Homebrew Graphics says, should have been a penalty on Palestri before the goal.
Did I say that?
I don't know, did you?
Excuse me, did you not listen to me? I said if he doesn't shoot, we get a penalty for that.
Sorry, I must have missed that. Forgive me.
Graphics 94.
Danny says, Cass having a rashy season, awful but banging goals.
That's a bit harsh. Rashford didn't have a bad season last year and just scored 30 goals by accident, did he? It's like, what you're insinuating there is Rashford was bad last year, but just scored 30 plus goals and he got through it. Casemiro, he was good last year. He's one of our best players.
I think Casemiro has looked better in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
He looks alright against Burnley. He looks decent tonight. Obviously, against Bayern Munich, he didn't play well, but he got a brace, which is a rarity. Do you remember when Zlatan got an hat-trick and he had a bad game?
No.
In Europe, yeah, he was having a stinker and he got a hat-trick. He got like a free kick that deflected in, he got a penalty and then he just got a tap in.
The Zlatan era feels like a blur to me. I don't know if I was going through a couple of things, but it feels like it wasn't real. You know what I mean? Like he was really good, wasn't he? He was a
Manchester
good player
21 says, Jay always picks the dumbest comments to read. Very true.
Oof, God, Palace on the Brett. Oh.
Can't argue that one, kiddo. Mark Gregory says, the Rashford hate is madness to me. Justin Beaver says, Casemiro.
Great, that for you, mate. Although we did just lose a subscriber when you read that out. Oh, it's back up. Is that live? Every time you read out a bad comment, you just seem to lose.
Shut up, Joe.
Go on, put a bit of pressure on
Yeah, go on, into them. Into these Richard Branson bastards.
What's that link?
He's shown him, yeah, when I was a kid.
Did he?
Yeah. When we played him in the 1990 FA Cup final, he owned him. But he got bored of that.
Oh, God, don't score. My 5-0 prediction goes down the window if you score.
Who is the famous Crystal Palace fan? Is there a name? Is it Jay from the In-Betweeners? Is he the kid that plays
Is
him?
that all he got?
I mean, I'm struggling to find. Let us know if there's any famous Crystal Palace fans out there that I'm missing.
I've got a few for you.
Go on.
Bill Nye.
Like
Bill
him.
Nye, the actor, he's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, he's decent.
Idris Elba.
Love Idris Elba.
Idris Elba?
Yeah,
big Palace
big
fan,
time.
didn't know that.
Liam Neeson.
Really?
Star
There's
of
no
Taken
way.
2.
How is the Irish-born Liam Neeson a Palace fan?
Don't worry about that.
What was that?
Are you just reading out a cast list of Crystal Palace the movie?
Hang on a sec. This is 8 out of 10 cats. One sec. No, Joe Brand, proud Palace fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one.
Russell's sister.
Timothy Spall.
Can't mention him, can we? Sorry. Timothy Spall. Yeah.
His mum, actually.
Rafe Spall's dad.
Yeah.
Literally.
Great actor as well.
Love Rafe Spall.
Also, Eddie Izzard.
Yeah.
James Buckley and
James Buckley's
Simon
Jay from
Bird,
the
to name a
In-Between.
few more. And also Ronnie Corbett, famously.
Oh, right, okay.
I'd say they've got quite a very famous fan base.
Really?
Idris Elba, Bill Nye.
Sorry, Men Behaving Badly star Neil Morrissey. And
Him?
well renowned as one of the best nights out in
Who's
in
the best
television.
actor?
Mate, he's a scumbag.
Why is he?
No, I'm not getting into it.
He knows some stuff, Jay. Wait till Jay's
All
memoir.
I'll say
Wait
is
till Jay's
justice
memoirs.
for Les Dennis.
Wait till Jay's memoirs come out and that
Jay
Neil
just knows it all,
Morrissey
doesn't
chapter.
It's common knowledge.
What did you do?
It doesn't matter. Let's move on. Tina Tellefson Totoka says Elton John. No, Elton John is a big Watford fan.
No, yeah, classic.
Bill Wyman.
Here's one for you. And I don't know if this is wrong. The guy who critiques me upside down, Willie, says Pope John Paul was famously a Palace fan.
If you are going to be on your phone, can we not have this nonsense?
Sorry, it's up to date. It's up to date. Google
Pope John Paul
It must
was
be the
famously
It must
a
be
Palace
the second.
fan. Charlie Bozza says young Philly is a Palace fan.
Nice.
I struggle to believe that
Pope John Paul the
II.
second. Google that, please. Get some verification on it.
Dino
Right.
Spumoni says the bloke who does my alarm supports Palace.
I've got one here. This is the papal visit to the Crystal Palace, which is a sports centre, I believe, in Poland.
Right.
So I don't think it's the football.
So he's
team.
not a Palace fan. He's just been to a place called Crystal Palace in Poland.
No.
Okay, so it's a similar thing, isn't it? So they've actually have got some big guns when you think about it. Hey.
You ever mess with me that? You've let me down big time.
Oh no.
Why?
Whoever let me text me that saying, and I've just made a fool of myself saying Pope John Paul II was a Palace fan.
No, sorry. Let me just correct myself there because I'm just reading this quickly. It was he was addressing 24,000 members of the Polish community in England and Wales.
At
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Joe. Start again.
Right,
Joe,
Pope John
start again.
Paul.
Go
was
back to it.
addressing
Don't look at his
people
camera.
at Sellers Park.
Start again, Joe. Sellers Park.
No, not Sellers Park. It might have been at Sellers Park.
Jeez. Yeah, because he comes to Heaton Park.
Who, Pope John Paul II?
Yeah, my mum went.
He got about, didn't he? He liked to travel.
She said she reckoned there was 500,000 people there, but I said Parklife only fits in 90,000.
Yeah, it's one of those, innit, like where people say they were there, like the Sermon on the Mount and all
Sorry, how many people have you met that say they were there?
That is
Loads.
the most wild thing. You the Sermon on the Mount.
that. Everyone says they were there for that
people
one, don't they? But I think they're lying. No, it's like City when they played Wickham or whatever in League One.
Oh yeah, everyone.
And it's
was
like,
there.
oh, I was there when we were playing Wickham. No, you weren't though. Like, there was only like 6,000 people there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone who's ever got on the Etihad claims
When
they
you
were there.
say the Sermon on the Mount, do you mean a tackle from Andrew Sermon, former Bournemouth player on Mason Mount? Because
Yes.
people could have been there for that.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm
What
glad
year
you
was that?
picked that out.
Whatever.
Adam Gibson says Farage Palace fan, so not all good. That's a very good point.
So, yeah, different political views for different needs.
Yeah, I wonder who some of the biggest. Oh no, that's not.
What? Go on.
That's not
Go
going
on.
down that route.
The biggest
It's just
Farage
it's
fan.
Who's the
just-
biggest racist?
No, I was going to
football
say, I wonder
fans?
who's the biggest like controversial people support.
What do you mean?
Let's not do that.
Like, what do you mean?
No, I can't because it's just a grey area, isn't it?
It's,
Just a grey area.
Like Tommy Robinson's a Luton fan, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, like he came from the Luton hooligan firm, which is where the EDL sort of lot came from. So that's where that sprouted from.
You got to think. I wonder
So,
if Fred
is
and
there a
Rose
lot of
Westwood
EDL
won.
members in Luton then?
Right, just stop now. Now you've taken it too far. Go on.
Is there a lot of EDL members still supporting Luton then?
I don't know.
You can only speculate on that,
The
Joe.
EDL, is that still a thing? Like, it's kind of died a death,
EDM
hasn't it
now is the new one, isn't it?
What?
Music.
Hey.
Still going.
Jay Benton says, Jay,
How
what
much are
famous footy players went to your school?
Oh, great question.
None.
No, I don't think I have any.
I don't think I've got one. I can't. Let me have a little Google now.
Guy from East, you know East is East, the film?
Yeah, I love that.
Jimmy Magic. He was the only famous...
What?
What did you laugh at?
Jimmy
there?
Mystery, you mean? What did you just call him? Jimmy Magic? You absolute nana. His name's Jimmy Mystery. Jimmy Magic. Sounds like some 80s magician. Jimmy Magic.
I knew it was something mysterious.
It's a kind of magic.
So
Jimmy Magic.
Mystery. Jimmy
Yeah.
Mystery. Jimmy Mystery went to my school. That's the only famous person that
I
went
knew
to
it
my
was something
school.
mysterious. Because
Yeah,
it's
Jimmy
not mysterious.
Magic.
It's not spelt the same way. It's just a surname. Like
Yeah.
Is it? No, it's just
Jimmy
not
Mystery with an I.
Used to work
Nah, it's
here.
Jimmy Mystery with an I.
Mitzi used to work here. His surname was Mystery.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Jimmy
Yeah.
Magic. Fucking hell.
Jimmy Mystery is the only famous person who went to our
Do you know
school.
who went to my school?
Go on.
Adam Brown.
He did he? Right, he's on the list.
It's on Wikipedia. In fact, I need to update it.
Wait, hold on. Didn't Matthew Kelly go to your school?
Yeah, he
from,
did. Yeah, from
Stars in Your Eyes.
Yeah,
He told me that once.
yeah. So we've got some.
What
Big
about you, Joe? And Worsop, any famous people there?
Most famous, Liam Palmer, who plays for Sheffield Wednesday. He was in the year above me at school.
Did you just trump, man? You absolute
I
animal.
didn't. I generally didn't.
Right, go on. Liam Palmer.
Yeah, he played
love
for
that.
Wednesday. Scored the goal that kept him in the playoffs last year. No, they won 4-0
Wow.
after being 4-0 down. Oh, they got 4-0. Anyway, and Lee Westwood is probably our most famous one.
I can't stand Lee Westwood. I hate that man. My mate reckons he cost him the Open.
He's the golfer, isn't he?
Yeah. Because the Open or the Masters, he was winning in one of them, and my mate tweeted him, giving him abuse. And then my mate was on his honeymoon as well. He took time out from his honeymoon to tweet Lee
That's nice
Westwood's
of him.
grief. And then when he went back on later on, he'd been blocked, so he thinks Lee Westwood saw it and blocked
Got
it.
in his head.
And he had a terrible back nine or whatever, and he thinks he got in his head and ruined it for him. Because he hates United, doesn't he, Lee Westwood?
Yeah.
He does. He proper it, and it's weird because like you're a Nottingham Forest fan or something. Like he supports a team that's got no rivalry with United whatsoever, and it's just like he proper hates us. So yeah, he's not very popular with certain Manchester United people. Daniel Gray says Joe M is pretty controversial.
Why?
Let's not go there. Danny says Amrabat out of position, already looking cult status.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, Rory McIlroy's a United fan, isn't he? He's a good golfer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
What's the name of this feature now? Sorry, golfers who
Famous
to do with
Ronnie.
We were talking about famous
What about-
people who
is Ronnie
support
there?
United.
Yeah.
Ronnie, have you got any famous footballers or people that went to your school?
You know what? Nah, I have criminals though.
Well, he says, nah, I have criminals though. So no, in other words. Yeah. Bit of a dearth of famous people from all our schools, really. I'm a bit disappointed with that one. You need to
Sad,
up your
isn't
game. Do you know what I mean? What is going on? Get involved in the chat and let us know if you've got any good, famous people
People that go to
famous
your school.
footballers.
Because they got to go somewhere, haven't they?
Yeah. Is there anyone at your school who, made it, who's big in the game? Yeah. Ben Simmons says Sir Anthony Hopkins went to my school.
Wow, that's good.
I'm going to Google my school again.
Danny Kadjamari went to my lad's school, says Danny G. He was like a wonder kid, wasn't he? It didn't quite happen for him at Everton.
Let me have a Google this.
Dougie Pointer from McFly went to mine, lol, says Nathan Collins.
I'm going to Google my school now, see if anything else has happened. We're doing all right, you know. What?
That's fine.
What?
It's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Just be careful.
Robert
Just
McCarthy
be
says,
careful,
I
Joe.
went to school with Rob Holding. He's from Tameside. It's near you, that lot, isn't it?
Paul Bernard, who's a professional footballer who plays for Aberdeen, and Chris Chandler, who's a professional footballer who plays for Man City, Carlisle, and Kilmarnock.
Right.
And Jimmy Mystery.
Will Girling, it says, John Motson went to mine way before my time. JJ Minnie says, Ben White for Arsenal was in the year above me,
Ben
but
White?
he's not very good. Theo Piper says Welbeck in year below me at school. That's class.
That is good.
Well, that is quality.
The commentator says Rashford was my classmate.
What?
Do you know that one that said John Motson went to my school before me?
Yeah.
Although I would assume. Actually, I wonder who our oldest viewer is. Do you think we've got anyone that's in their 80s?
Right.
And
If
they went
you're
to school,
if
could
you're
have gone to school
above,
with Motty.
yeah. If you're above 80, get involved in the chat.
I met someone in Morrison's once who watched the show,
Yeah.
this Paddock one, and I don't want to age him, but he did look late 50s.
That's not that
Well,
old.
that's not that old. That's like my age.
Yeah, well, that's what.
It's not your age,
Yeah,
Jay.
but we're starting off. We've got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
haven't
that's a
we?
good point. He's putting
late,
an
late
opening
50s
bid
now.
there.
Boom. Late 50s is where we're at.
Yeah.
If anyone
Do
can
you
beat
remember
it now.
Ray Bobbins, who practically made the channel? He was in his 70s, wasn't he?
But did he watch it?
What?
But did he watch it?
He was on it.
He was on it. One of his famous Absolutely Bobbins. Remember, back in the day? He was like the Andy Tate before Andy Tate was Andy Tate.
If someone watching now must be 60 plus.
Beers says I'm 91. Mr. Squarehead 1234 says I'm 98. So he's winning.
I don't know what's going on here.
Another corner. Mason Mount. No. We're going to be hearing from Ronaldo Brown shortly. He's going to have his stats. Talk you through half time. Get involved. Any questions for him? We're going to get his expert opinion on this.
Are we
Yeah.
involved in that? Do we ask him questions?
Well, you can get involved. Just, it's his thing, but we can join in. Mason Mount down the right hand side here.
It'd be great if we scored a third.
Oh! Keeping it alive.
Go on, look at Delo. Oh, the
Doing
corner
well. It's
here.
been a very, very good first half this from United.
Listen, I think we're doing really well. I think we'll get a third here in this corner.
If we get a third before our time, your 5-0 is on.
100%. It's a decent ball. If he goes a little bit higher and ducks down a little bit,
Yeah.
we're laughing.
It's all right. I think Sam Johnson did well. They don't get an answer to that. I think that's landed right on Martial's head. Mason
5 minutes of added
Mason
time.
Mount, 5 minutes.
These games get long, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you think it'll have an overall impact on the players at the end of the season when they've played like X amount of minutes of football?
Maybe.
Ooh, that was a bit of a...
Oh, right idea.
Right idea. Go on, Delo, do something with it. Oh.
No, he took too long then.
I think
Mount, a little fizzer there.
we talk about. I know it's Palace. I know they've not got the strongest team out, but I think I'm quite happy with this performance. It's just been steady, stable. We've dealt with Palace's attack, but we've also looked quite vibrant up front. Mount's looking well, good. Great goal by Garnacho, top header by Casemiro. So it's happy days, isn't it?
It is, yes. Definitely. I think that you look at it and it's easy to moan at times about United and just say, oh, we should be doing better or we're not doing this well. But I think this performance in the first half has been very good.
Ooh.
I think we've looked relatively comfortable. I can't remember Onana having much to do. We've had a lot of corners, we've had a lot of shots, we've had some good link-up play between the likes of Mount, Palestra, Garnacho.
Yeah.
Martial's probably been a little bit quiet. Delo's done well getting forward, and I've been impressed with 45 minutes we've seen from Sofian Amrabat.
We hit 1,000 likes yet?
No. Keep hitting
Get
that like
on
button.
Come on.
Tom Fox says, my mate scored against United in pre-season for Wrexham. Good stuff.
Oh, really? What, the game just gone? You were at that one?
Yeah.
Quality. I mean, I don't want to celebrate you.
Joe 33 says Paul Scholes and Steve Coogan was at my school. That's a good one. That
big school.
That was is that Middleton way?
Yeah. Wasn't Coogan's a brother in what are they called?
Is it the Soup Dragons?
No, something beginning with turtles.
Mock Turtles.
Mock Turtles.
Yeah, they did Can You Dig It, didn't they?
What a song that is.
So you must have been at.
Something beginning with turtles.
No, something with turtles in it. I knew there was a.
Yeah.
You knew as well. You went Soup Dragons.
And then when you said turtles,
the
I knew
cousin
it was
of the
turtles.
turtle.
Yeah. Because they had that one big hit.
Yeah,
well, apparently they didn't
it?
make much money. Then Vodafone used it for their advert, and he made a load of money
Really?
off that. I saw an interview with him. I think his name's Martin Coogan. I think it is.
Yeah.
And he said like,
very talented family.
Yeah, 100%.
We've talked about all sorts today.
Mate, this is what you get on Stretford Paddock, and then you're gonna get some proper football chat in a minute.
So determined, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo Brown.
He's not even looked me in the eyes yet.
Have we got a picture? Have we got a pic here on it? Alexi, have you took a picture of him?
Yeah, prepared to have the worst picture of your life taken of you, by the way, by Alexi. Strap yourself in. You'll never look as bad. Bloody hell, what's going on here?
Lockets, yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah. Soldiering on me.
Give me a hug when I came in.
Yeah, it's
Sneezing all over
don't worry
me.
about that.
Come on, let's get food here. Then 5-0 is definitely on. Hannibal, nice. Palestri. Out to the right.
Come on. Get one more before half time.
Hannibal's looking just confident, and I like it. These run of games, he's just going to do well. It's just options, innit? It's options.
Yeah, it is. This is it. I'd like us to get one more as well. Maybe take Varane off. Danny says, tonight proving hard work beats talent, real pressing. I think we've got both, to be honest with you. Izzy Hussein says, Maguire's best game, mate. Daniel Shepherd says, Ant Crawler went to my college. I saw Ant Crawler today at the station.
Good lad, Ant Crawler.
One of the nicest men in the world. It's amazing that he used to punch people in the head for a living, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's just lovely,
he
man.
He had some incredible nights, didn't he, in the arena?
Yeah, he did.
Bloody hell, my heart's going to see this. Do you know what I'm a bit concerned about?
Go on.
Is there is a new arena opening up in Manchester, for those of you who don't know.
The Etihad.
The Etihad. And say that I wanted to get some Take That tickets, which, you know, I am more in my right to do so. One of the nights that I want to go could see Man City playing at the same time on a midweek. I don't want to be sharing a tram to the Man City game. And all I want to see is Relight My Fire. And then the fuckers are singing God knows what. It's going to be a bit awkward, that, isn't it? Because for those who don't know, it's literally next to the Etihad Stadium, isn't it? And there are going to be moments where gigs clash with City games.
Is there, though?
Yeah.
Really?
Really.
Ben Simmons says, I work with ex-United player Derek Brazil. Much better than Alan. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought. I've not been to a gig for ages, so it's not really, not that kind of gig. So, yeah, I suppose it is a bit of an issue, but...
No, get over it, I think, what you're saying to me, isn't
I
it?
mean...
That's what you're saying to me, Jay.
I'm sorry.
I'll take it on the chin. He's just trying to get over it. He's right.
You're going to see Take That and it's going to be spoilt by bumping into City fans. Oh, he's got to do better there, Hannibal. Half-time is here. Manchester United leading 2-0 thanks to goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Casemiro. Pretty comfortable, to be honest with you. Dean Henderson going off for Palace with an injury. Not much to report. A pretty professional, dominating performance, really. I don't really want to look for issues where there aren't any. Ronaldo Brown is going to be with us now. He's going to talk us through some stats. Get involved in the comments in the chat. Let us know what you think. Hit that like button as well. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Ronnie, just first of all, give us your opinion on that first half. You got a little cheeky smirk on your face.
No, I got a cheeky smirk because I thought I was really, really comfortable. Before the game, when I saw the starting 11, I was excited in a way I didn't know what to expect because it seemed there was a lot going on in terms of starting 11. But I thought it'd be exciting in terms of it looked very energetic. It looked like there was a lot of legs in the side. I think Amrabat, our left back's been solid. I know he's inverted quite a lot, but he's had to defend a couple of times in the left back area, and he's been fairly strong and solid as well. I think Casemiro's been great. One of the stats that I did see when obviously Casemiro did score was we've signed him as this like kind of Berlin destroyer CDM, but that's his 19th goal involvement since he's come to United.
That's quite a lot, isn't it?
That is quite a lot for a defensive midfielder. And he's our top scorer this season.
4 goals as well is decent. Do you know what I mean?
So I think he's our biggest threat because we're a side that's not very aerially dominant.
Yeah.
I think our most aerially dominant defender actually statistically is Diogo Dalot actually.
Really?
I think he's
I
much,
thought it would have been
he's much better in the air than you think. But
okay.
Yeah, he's got 19 goal involvements. It's been a comfortable half. We've had 70% of possession. I think Palace looked like they almost guilt the ghost in the last 5 minutes. They looked like they were waiting for half time a little bit. But we've also had more passes in their half than ours. So that shows you the kind of dominance that we've had territorially. And I don't think they can really lay a glove on us. I know they've got a few players out, but it's not that many. I think they've just got Eze.
And the kid, how do you pronounce his name?
Gahey.
Gahey, thank you.
Eze,
I knew you
Gahey,
know.
obviously.
Mark Gahey.
They've got their first team keeper back in. I think we've just been playing at a different speed to them. And I think it's fairly comfortable. I like us to get a little bit more goals because I think in these games when you've got an opportunity where you've got the opposition kind of on the back foot, and I think we can score 1 or 2 more goals. If you get a 4-0 or 5-0, it does a lot for your mentality. It does.
What have you made of Mason Mount? Because before the game, everyone was talking about him. This could be his opportunity. I think Eric Ten Hag was asked about him. He hasn't really got going yet. I mean, he's only played, I think, 2 proper games for Manchester United. I'm not counting pre-season. So far, though, in 45 minutes, he's been on the ball quite a lot. Joe was praising him for one of his passes into Palestra, which could have led to a goal and perhaps maybe should have led to a goal. What have you made of Mason Mount so far?
I thought he's been good. One thing that I can't criticise him for, I think when early on obviously since he's arrived to United, he's had a little bit of criticism because he's not exactly set the world alight. But I thought today he's been probably one of his better games. But one thing that you can't ever criticise him for is his energy outside of possession. Him and Eriksen, I like chalk and cheese when it comes to out of possession. He runs with aggression. He tries hard. I feel like almost in the first few games, I think he was trying too hard, in a way, Mason Mount. But I think he's been really good. He's had a couple of good touches. He's got into really dangerous areas. He's unlucky not to get an assist. I think Palestri took one touch too many. It might have still been able to be a penalty. I think it was very similar, that Palestri penalty shout, to the one with Alphonso Davies against Bayern, where defenders almost kicked through his leg to get the ball twice. And realistically, it should be a foul, but obviously we know United don't get those this season. But I think Mason Mount's been good. He's obviously got an assist already, so he won't be getting that whole 007 Twitter joke either.
Jadon Sancho got it, didn't he?
Jadon Sancho got it. Mudryk got it.
Did Mudryk get it? Did Mudryk avoid it? Did Mudryk get it?
He didn't avoid it.
Did he not?
No, he's not even scored in 22 games. Havertz just got it as well.
Really?
So Mason Mount won't have that. I would like to see him get a goal as well, though, because I think he can nick one.
No, definitely. Another player that was getting highlighted before the game was Harry Maguire, probably the most criticised of all Manchester United players in recent memory. He's not had much to do, though, as in what he's done. He looks quite fun. But I've actually been impressed with some of his passing. I don't think he's gone for the easy option. He's gone for quite long, and he seems to be, he's picked out some decent passes, especially across to Delo.
I think that switch to Delo's on all the time. Yeah. Because Jordan Ayew's not tracking Delo out of possession at all. No, he isn't. He's kind of letting him go, kind of leaving him, and I think Delo and Palestri getting 2v1 and on Mitchell a little bit down that side. He's not getting help. I think we're obviously going to be attacking more on that side, especially doubling up, because on the other side you've got Amrabat left back, and he's going to invert. He's going to be more inside, so you won't really be supporting Garnacho as much. You're not really going to see Amrabat run around the outside of Garnacho. But I think Amrabat's been good as well. But I think Maguire's been steady. He's not really had much to do. He had a really, really good interception in the box early on when Schlupp fired it across. Yeah. He just basically took it off Mateta's foot. I think what he's had to do and what he's had to deal with, he's been steady and his passing's been good. He's not been as lumberous as he usually is, and he's not really been tested. I think it's been comfortable though, because they haven't really threatened much at all.
So what you wanted Harry Maguire to have in it, Joe?
They literally got 0 XG, so it's that's what that was going to go to.
Joe, you want Harry Maguire to have just a comfortable 90 minutes, just no drama, no incidents, no messing, a clean sheet. Hopefully, obviously the second half will be the same, and just sort of remind people that A, he's a good defender, and B, get a bit of confidence back as well, because I think the kid feels it when he steps out at the pitch, especially at Old Trafford. I think sometimes you can sense it in the crowd when I've been there. It's like, oh God, Maguire's coming on, or oh, Maguire's there. You just want him to sort of become a useful player for Manchester United, don't you, again?
Yeah, I think what's nice to see as it stands, I know, we could have said this against Sevilla at half-time, but it's like we've earned a relaxed game now. Obviously there's still a chance Palace can come back. We can't take our foot off the gas. But Maguire isn't under loads of stress because United are holding the ball. Mason Mount isn't under loads of stress because he's already got the assist. They aren't being allowed to build pressure. This is what I was saying before the game. One of United's biggest issues last season, and this is very much the symptom rather than the cause, but the symptom was we don't score enough goals. Yeah. And because of that, you allow pressure in every single game you play. When you're 2-0 up, if we could get another goal now, it's game over. At 2-0, they've still got a chance, especially in a cup game. They might push on late on and push people up the pitch and get something. But as it stands, United are comfortable. And it's so nice just watching a game where we're comfortable. How long has it been? We haven't had a game like this all season where it's 2-0 up at half-time, we're cruising. We haven't been able to say the word cruising since, I don't even know, looking back at United's results, when would it have even been? Months. It's just good to see, innit? A little bit of a calm game. No one's getting stressed out. We're 2-0 up. We should win. One more goal, seal it, and then we can maybe even make a couple of subs. What a concept.
I think it was Chelsea last season we were talking about. It was the last time we looked comfortable. Do you know what I mean? Where we didn't have to panic or worry, or it was backs to the wall. Maybe around, just right at the end of last season. We had a couple of games like that, and Chelsea one springs to mind. Ronnie, go on.
If you look at Amrabat's first half by numbers, it is pretty insane. He's had 75 touches in the game, which is crazy. Yeah. He's completed 65 of 67 passes. He's had 8 passes into the final third. He's completed 5 of his 6 long passes as well. And he's won all of his duels. He's had 4 ground duels and won them all.
Right, so
he's been solid.
Yeah, which is,
to say the least.
He's always a little bit of a worry to me when you get in a player like that, because I know obviously Crystal Palace is not the strongest Crystal Palace team. At Old Trafford, you expect a player who's come in to be able to perform, but sometimes it can take a little while for players to settle in. It can take a little while for him to get used to English football. You just worry that if they start off on a roll, the press can get on him. Pundits can start digging him out. Rival fans can start clipping him up and making it into a meme. It just becomes a big thing. If they come in like Amrabat has, I don't know it's only early days, but just look comfortable, look like they're doing exactly what we brought them in to do, then it just makes life a little bit easier, doesn't it? And it's like, okay, this is what we wanted from Sofian Amrabat. Okay, yeah, it's been 45 minutes, but he's doing what it says on the tin, isn't it?
And he's playing out of position as well.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't be too surprised by his passing ability. People obviously saw him play for Morocco when he was kind of their heartbeat almost out of possession, where he basically ran all day, smashed into players, he tackled, he broke play up, he was aggressive, he was almost their leader, almost their tempo setter. But his role for Fiorentina was actually quite a little bit different. Everything went through him. Obviously, all the way they made it final, had a pretty successful season. But he is a very, very underrated ball player. He's very progressive. He's technically sound. He passes well. And he could almost be that dictator. So them stats are not surprising because they're actually what a large part of his game is. Because even if you look at his FB ref or you look at anything to do with Amrabat and his metrics, he's a great passer. He's good on the ball. And that's an underrated feature of his game. He's not just this ball that runs about and smashes into people and provides a little bit of energy. He's actually a great footballer, and he's shown it in that first half.
I've got a few stats just on that, just to back that up. Yeah. Obviously, you mentioned that his FP ref, if anyone wants to check it out. But you look at his passing stats. All of these stats I'm about to mention are in the top 10% of midfielders across Europe. Passes completed, passes attempted, his pass completion percent, his total passing distance, his medium attempted passes, his long attempted passes, his passes into the final third, his crosses into the penalty area, his switches of play, his passes completed. Like, he's someone that, like you said, Ronaldo, people would get this image of this, terrier, hard-working, physical, defensive player. But actually, he's more of a possession-based player, and his passing is the thing that really stands out. And obviously, he's got that work rate as well. The amount of times he's dribbled past is almost zero, and his challenges lost is also in the top 5% as well. So he's someone that can be combative, can be good defensively, but like you said, Ronaldo, the stats show that his main strength is on the ball, isn't it?
Yes.
Just off the ball.
That's actually his main. When you went and looked at his FBref metrics for his defensive work, they're actually really underwhelming. And that's not necessarily because he isn't good at them things, because he is. His role for Morocco, this is what's kind of really profound about Amrabat, is he's like so multifaceted. He can do a number of different things. He had a role for Fiorentina and he did that extremely well. But when he played for Morocco, he was asked to do something different, because Morocco have a lot of flair players like Ziyech and all sorts around him, players that want to get on the ball and a little bit more technical. So for his role, for them to flourish, his role for Morocco was to be that kind of defensive stonewall in the midfield. But when he went to Fiorentina, he was able to play much more of a game he liked. So basically, we're talking about a player that could do two different roles, which are basically the main two components of playing midfield anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, Amrabat's a strong player. And when I did find out about his stats and how good he was at passing, and when I watched him against West Ham in the final last year in the UEFA Conference League, he basically dictated everything for Fiorentina in that deep line playmaking role, and I was pleasantly surprised.
When or what changes would you make if you're Erik ten Hag now? Are you waiting for a third goal and then thinking, let's rest Casemiro, let's rest Varane? Joe, you can give us your thoughts on that.
I'd love 45 minutes of Højlund on the pitch.
Okay.
Because this is the young lad still coming into the team, still understanding how United play.
Yeah.
Still want to play football. He's young, he's hungry. Let's give him 45-minute run out. You can see that Palace are open and can be scored against. Imagine if he can get a goal under his belt at Old Trafford and just build this momentum. And I think then he takes into the weekend's games. For me, that is the one. I want to see Højlund play minutes. We paid enough money for him. Let's get him on a pitch.
I agree with that. I think that, in an ideal world, Rasmus Højlund would have been our second choice striker to come on in these moments, like Alvarez did for City last season. Haaland's won him the game. Alvarez can come on. I know he did more than that by the end, but it'd be great to see Højlund come on when the legs are tired already, rather than having to beat teams from the start. He's 20 years old. If he can get 2 goals in his first 4 games or first 5 games, whatever it'd be, I think that'd be brilliant for him. Yeah. So let's get another goal under our belts and maybe bring Højlund on.
Yeah, no, makes a lot of sense. I like as well him, like you mentioned there. I know there's no guarantees, but it would be good if you can just get off the mark at Old Trafford as well. I always worry about just getting off the certain
Just
milestones.
killing that little...
like
not let momentum build up about how bad he's been.
I don't want
yeah.
anything to become a thing, as they invariably do when it involves Manchester United. And it's just good to sort of be sat here thinking about, okay, are we going to bring on our new striker can we bring him on because we're chasing the game? Because you never know with games like this how they can go. But I think if I was Eric Ten Hag, I'd be looking at that and going, that's pretty much the first half I was hoping to have. We've controlled the game, we've caused them problems, we've got 2 goals, we're comfortable. Was it 0 for their XG?
Yeah.
So
they've had no shots, no attempts, no threat.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And I think obviously I'd expect them to come out for the second half, sort of going for it. But I think if United can get a 3rd goal, then that maybe gets into their head where they're thinking this game's over. Let's just limit damage limitation. Sorry.
What else do you do then? Do you look at Gore? I mean, do you have a little experiment? If you 3-4-0 up,
I'd like to see Dango get some minutes. I thought he was very unlucky against Wrexham because he got that red card, didn't he? Yeah. Which was never a red card. And I thought he looked good before that, and I think he is a good player. I don't know how ready he is in terms of first team football. I'd be lying because I've been sat here in this seat last season saying James Garner was ready for first team football, and obviously Eric Ten Hag thought that much of him. He sold him to Everton where he sat on the bench for the next 6 months. But
a little bit of an update.
Go on.
Victor Lindelof coming on at half time.
Okay.
So we're not sure who for.
Sounds
yet,
like Varane.
Hopefully it's a precautionary measure for Varane rather than a necessity.
I kind of like that though. You know, getting him like a strong team first half, getting him out there, getting some minutes, and then going right. Okay.
I feel like if we get another goal, I reckon he might not actually put on any of the big guns because we know that Amrabat's only just come back, so he probably won't play 90. Obviously, Varane has his injury issues. You got Højlund, he was kind of nursing a bit of a back problem coming into it. So I think if we get another goal, we can put the likes of a Dango on, give them an opportunity. We don't have to risk people because we've seen how the injury crisis has basically hit all the Premier League sides, especially the top sides who are playing more games week in, week out. I think we need to make sure that we put games to bed enough where we can wrap some players in cotton wool.
They don't just let us know what happened then. They sort of players, United players ran out and then they ran back in the tunnel. I don't know if they all have to come out together.
Yeah, it was weird that, wasn't it? Because you sort of shot of the tunnel like you're saying. Actually, Mark Gui is coming on. For the lad just Syrian, I missed his name. You know what I mean. Right, I'll get into some of the chats. People praising you, Ronnie. Good analysis. Ryan Stibble says, "I'd worry about this side against the pressing team. Usually we shit ourselves, but Palace have really sat off. So that's my one concern. Otherwise, happy." Paul Ribeiro, welcome to the academy. Extra content on the academy. Stu's been a member of the academy for 33 months. Says in an ideal world, Amrabat would have been here at the start of the season. Glazers out, I agree. So it's Mason Mount coming off, was it, there for Victor Lindelof?
Yeah, Lindelof will go right back then probably and the low left back.
Some people questioning that. Not questioning it, saying Gordy B666 says Mason Mount made of polystyrene. I don't know that. I think it might just be... It
feels like it was the plan.
Minutes. Yeah.
Because Amrabat then going to push up into the mid?
I don't know what this... What do you reckon, Ronnie, just before you go? What do you reckon that is, the change? I mean, we're just trying to look here.
I reckon, has he gone Lindelof right back? And then I think he'll push Amrabat into midfield.
That was a bad ball.
Does Amrabat get now half an hour in the mid where he belongs?
Casemiro in on the ball.
Anyway, it's confusing. Anyway, that was
I mean, not the one we expected, but Rafael Varane.
Varane might have gone off, but...
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought 45 minutes.
Oof, Nana's like playing up front, which is good.
Mate.
Where is Lindelof? Where are you? Is he there?
Here he is.
Right,
Victor.
so now Amrabat is now moving
Man like Victor.
in the middle where he's more comfortable or where he's known.
Mayor Amateur says 3-4-3. Lindelof left back, says Dan Burgess. Is it 3 at the back there? I don't know.
Let's see what he does now. Amrabat's got the ball, he's pushing forward, he's moving with it. He looks like he's in a higher position than he was before.
Hyde Hill says, hope Donny for Hannibal. He's close to red. Hit that like button, people. We've got over 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,500 likes. Also, as well, I just want to give a big shout out to my boy, Michael Kosh. 5 years sober this week. Absolutely smashing it, brother.
Congratulations.
Mega proud of you. Well done on that front, man. One day at a time.
Ten Hag is out late. Was he having a pisser or?
He'll be getting fined for that.
What? Ah.
Hey. don't mess about when it comes to being late.
Ten
Lead by example.
Himself for the next
Yeah.
match. It's never happened before. He's dropped.
Ten Hag
his
tweets. Ten
performance
Hag
after half time wasn't good enough. He's
Yeah.
He's addicted to barbecue food.
Ten Hag criticised himself after the game and then tweets himself saying he's full of it.
Do you think he needs a wee? Do you think any managers ever really needed a wee during a game? What do you think they do?
Go to the
Go
toilet.
for a wee.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone leave though. Have you?
Yeah. Like there's actually a little toilet in the dugout at Old Trafford.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a little.
It must be hard for the
Fergie had it
Royals.
put in '87, so you can just go. Is it Gary Lineker who shot himself on the pitch? Wasn't it?
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
He shot himself on the pitch. Oh, here we go. Nice ball.
What do you reckon, Martial? Get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think about Anthony Martial.
He's
not done much, has he? But he's been involved a little bit.
He seems like he's got a bit more he seems more active on the pitch, which is nice. He's running more, but he's not done much. So he's a solid 5-6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think
you can't really rate him any higher
with
or lower.
With Martial as well, he's an easy target. A lot of people are on his case. What are you laughing at? Share it with the group.
Nothing.
Good. Let's keep
Go
it
on, I'll say it again.
No, yeah, go on. Something's
Well, just
funny.
before when you were saying about there being a toilet built in, I just was laughing at that.
Did you Google it? Is there?
No, I googled it, but I couldn't find anything. I googled Sir Alex Royal Commode, and nothing came up. So I think that was a lie.
Right,
by Jay.
came
No,
up
it's
on
not. It's not
Google
a lie.
images about
It's a
that.
secret.
Royal Commode.
Yeah.
Is that what you call
Mark
it?
Commode.
I've
What-
marked a
what
few
guy?
commodes in my time. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Ooh.
United still going for it here, keeping the ball.
It looks as though just initial change.
That's
It looks
awful.
as though
That's
Amrabat's moved
awful
up into
for
central midfield and Lindelof's coming at left back. So I think it's Lindelof, Varane and Maguire and Dalot as your back four, and then Casemiro and Amrabat as that holding sort of pair, as we can see there. So more in line with his normal position.
Do you
which would be
feel,
interesting to see.
Joe, that is a
Did well there,
move-
Maguire. He's been lucky. Been unlucky there, Maguire.
Do you feel like that is a move that Eric Ten Hag pre-planned?
Probably, yeah.
shoulder
It probably
there, lad.
the least time you can spend with your new signing and not just new signing, but let's be honest, the midfield has been probably the weak point so far this season. Of many weak points. The more time you can have your top midfielders in their main position, the better, really. So he's probably had that in his head, hasn't he?
Have your cake and eat it.
Yes.
Here we have it then. Forgot that Hannibal's on a yellow. Is that the only player we've got on a yellow?
I think so, yeah. It's just one you got to keep your eye on, haven't you, Hannibal? He's always got one in him. Someone was suggesting maybe taking him off, but I wouldn't worry about it just yet. If he gets involved in anything, then maybe do that. But
Delo, push forward a bit. Where's our little bit of energy? Come on.
just look more comfortable, United. I know Palace aren't the best team, but they're half decent team.
You go,
They're
well,
10th aren't in the Premier League.
Put it this way, we play them again on the weekend, so if this another be a bit stronger, but so will we. Oof, we can learn a bit from him. Nice, Maguire. He's done all right, hasn't he? Just don't do any blunders.
Yeah, that's the thing, innit, with Harry Maguire at the minute. It feels like we're just don't mess up. Everything will be okay. Danny Wilde says, Palestri taking the game by the scruff of the neck, always looking sharp. Adam Gibson says, weird that every keeper in the squad is either ex-United or United keeper.
Yeah.
Great point. Kingsley, or Meefit, says, Garnacho is doing great. Michael Hill says, no, Sancho now 4-0 up in FIFA. Jonathan Bosley says, loved Hannibal tonight. Yeah, he's just been great since he's come into the team.
Is that a lie, the Sancho one? You just don't know, do you?
I presume it's a lie. I presume he's watching the game. I don't know. There was these rumours, weren't there, doing the rounds yesterday on social media, that there was a screenshot that he was playing FIFA or whatever.
Whilst we were playing Bayern.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Whilst we were playing Bayern, I saw the screenshots of him playing whilst we were playing Bayern Munich.
Beer says, Jay, anyone from Paddock at the game? Yes, Adam McCullough's there. You'll see all the updates on our socials. If you're not doing so already, you can go and check them out on Instagram.
Nice, keep going, Lindelof. Keep going. Oh, I tell you what, a better ball to Lindelof. He's through there.
Yeah, it wasn't the best ball, was it?
I think the pass out to the left backs or the left winger's the choice there.
Yeah.
I don't think playing Lindelof into the box when you've got Garnacho available.
Garnacho's
I guess that's why Lindelof is the defender. He doesn't have an attacking mind.
Just on Martial, and not to make this negative, what do you see from him in this game? Does it concern you all that in a game that we're controlling quite comfortably, dominating, he's still not massively involved? Is that a worry for anyone else? Because I think why is he not doing more?
It's such a frustrating thing, Marshall. Is that Hannibal again getting stuck in? Watch out, you're on a yellow. I just worry that we've had this sort of relationship with Marshall for so long now that he's just there, and I don't think he does much. He doesn't really create. He doesn't seem to invest in the team. Yeah. I don't know. But he's there now. We didn't sell him in the summer, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we sell him in January.
Yeah, I mean, tonight I don't think he's done a lot. I don't think he's done too much wrong. He's been involved in a couple of moves. It's not like he's shone, but it's been a relatively pedestrian game a lot of the time. I think the one argument we would say is, if you know you're not first choice anymore because Rasmus Højlund is, maybe you'd want to see a bit, but maybe you'd want to see a bit more from him.
Yeah,
like sort of reminding the manager what you're about, and he's not really done that. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he just becomes a bit of a figure of hate at the minute, Anthony Martial. Johnny Evans getting instructions from Erik ten Hag.
It does feel a bit weird that if we do make subs, it's going to be 2 defenders that we bring on. I suppose we are winning 2-0, so you see out the game. But I'd rather bring on someone with a bit more flair to just sort of kill the game off.
Yeah,
goals is what we need, and just getting used to scoring them is just what we should be able to aim for. Because if they get 2-1 now, then it just puts everything on edge, and then we've got no one to combat. Fight fire with fire. Hannibal's doing crazy stuff. He's getting involved. Left, right, and centre. Yeah.
AJ Wonderland said, if you take off Hannibal, do you play Bruno, or does Donny get a chance in this game? How easy is it? If he's on the bench, Donny van de Beek, then it would like to see him get at least some minutes sometime, but he's just proper the forgotten man, isn't he?
Yeah.
I suppose you could argue maybe Dan Gore would be better option, because at least he's got a future at Manchester United.
Yeah.
But it feels like Donny van de Beek doesn't. That's a great ball, that, to Victor Lindelof.
Come on.
Go on, Hannibal.
Go on, Hannibal. Nice. Keep going. Go on, McGrath. Don't take too long on the ball. Nice. Lindelof's like getting amongst it, isn't he?
He is.
He fancies it today. Go on, Garnacho. Go on, Garnacho. Nice.
Go on, lad.
Go on,
Casemiro.
Better ball than it was before. Remember that one was awful. Keep going, keep going.
Below. Is there someone out on the right there? Amrabat.
What can you do, mate? Ooh, from Lucky. Good idea.
Casemiro.
Ball in. Oh!
Yes! There you go. There's what he's done. What's Tony Marshall done?
All the stick we've given.
Another goal involvement for Casemiro.
Casemiro with another goal involvement, Ronaldo Brown just pointed out. I think that's 37 for the season.
Can I say, when Casemiro got the ball, I thought, this is going in. Like, I knew he was going to find the right pass.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. This is it. 5-0's on the cards, Joe.
5-0. We haven't scored. We haven't won the game 5-0 in front of a crowd since 2020.
Yeah.
How is that possible? It's brilliant by Casemiro.
We are one of those teams you see now and then. We often score
Don't
6.
be offside.
We often score 6. We don't.
Is there VAR in this? No.
Nah, he's well onside.
Yeah, I know, but I was just generally asking. Great finish. Great finish. He was there, I guess, and we ask what Martial does. He can still get himself into good positions. Decent finish.
It's not an easy finish, that, you know.
That is a good finish.
Half volley, left foot, tight angle. That's a brilliant finish, you know. Corner of the 6-yard box, straight across the keeper, inside net, far side. Really good goal, that. Really good finish. Well done.
Well done there.
You got to
Marshall.
say, shite keeping. Love it.
Dan says Tony Marshall scores again. Dan C says Amrabat is class, you know. Bunchester United says that was a semi no-look cross from Casemiro. Nathaniel Klein coming on. Boo.
He just sort of aimed it into an area.
Coming on. He's already on one.
Yeah, I don't know why I boo. I just joined in with the boo then. Boo. He just sort of aimed it in a position I think he believed a striker would be. Come on. Keep going. Who's helping him? Garnacho on a nice little run there. Some players could have helped him out a bit more. Nice. Come on, let's get the 4th. Let's do it. Come on. I'm mainly thinking of the social video. Do you know where we like sort of show a bit of us talking about a 5-0. And then bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, here we go. Turn. Go on, lad.
100 likes minimum.
Yeah, standard. Hit that like button, by the way. Let's get to 2,000 likes by the end of the game. Yeah. How often do you see United comfortably beating teams?
Nice. Go, nice, Martial. He's on it, Martial. Oh, cheeky little back heel.
He's got a little bit of that interim Solskjaer confidence back in him.
Yeah, come on, Martial. He must love you must buzz when you score. That adrenaline must be unbelievable.
Yeah, it must.
And he's playing with it now.
Hey, hit the subscribe button as well if you're not doing already. Let's get to 720,000 subscribers.
It's like in Mario Kart, when you drive over the arrows.
Yeah.
And you go a bit quick for a bit.
Yeah.
That's what Martial's doing now.
Hannibal, don't argue.
Hannibal, I'd get that fucker off.
Yeah, me too. He's
losing his head
2 fouls since the yellow at least.
Oh, yeah. It's
what's his name?
Will Hughes. Hey, the one that Casemiro strangled. Barely touched him, to be fair.
Has Robertson got his glasses on since the start? He didn't have glasses on at the start of the game, did he?
What do you think? He's just stuck them on now because he's getting battered.
Roy Hodgson had the glasses on from the start.
Right, there you go. Official.
Wait, who's on glasses watch?
Joe. Joe's always on glasses watch.
Did you know that? Really?
I can look at 2 things at once. I've got bifocals.
Joe knows.
Bifocals.
Do you wear glasses, Jay?
No, I don't. I probably should when I go to the game, to be fair. Especially when I used
the
to sit
amount of times you've just been stood facing back into the crowd, thinking you're watching the game.
I can't see what's going on here. When I used to sit in J stand, the second half was a mystery to me.
Why not the first?
Because we used to shoot down my end at the first.
Sorry, I forgot.
So I could see that bit. The only trouble was under Van Gaal, we didn't score for 3 months down there, on my end.
That's awful.
It was horrible.
Can you claim any money back?
No, they don't do it. I asked them. Like a refund, please.
Yeah.
No win, no fee.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey, great that, Joe.
Hey, really good.
Really nice. I'm surprised you didn't cut you to yourself on camera.
Hey, United should offer no win, no fee season tickets.
Brilliant.
You probably won't pay anything most seasons.
Go on, guy, that Joe.
No, what are you doing?
Oh, you should have just played it in.
That's stupid, that.
I know, he got a head of steam, didn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go on, well in. Great tackle. Like a rabbit in the headlights.
Get involved in the chat in the comments. Hit that like button as well. Dan Gore coming on for Manchester United.
Said that, didn't I? I said, what about the Go Boy?
The Gore Boy. Is that his nickname, or have you just give him that?
Do you think he'll come on for Hannibal?
The Gore Boy.
And then, no, I suppose he won't, will he?
I think it's Varane and Amrabat coming off.
You've got Hannibal and Gore together. This is like some sort of horror film nightmare, isn't
Nice.
it? You know what I mean? See you later.
Fantastic.
That's why they put me in the corner these days.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure I can think of another one.
Come on, you can do this.
If only we had... Oh, no, this
Go on.
If only we had Fred still.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger. Anything? Anything? Sort of. Mike Myers? No. I'm just thinking of it like bad guys.
Jason Voorhees.
What about the guy from Saw? What's he called?
The guy from Saw.
What's the guy from Saw called, Joe?
I don't know.
I have a weird feeling he's called Saw.
He's called Saw.
John Kramer, also known as Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Right.
What a legend, did you say?
I didn't say that. That was Ronaldo.
What are his stats for murder, hey, Ronaldo?
78%.
78%.
There's a couple
What's his expected murders?
There's a couple
Expected murders is a lot higher. I'd say he's got about 100 bodies.
Yeah.
100 bodies.
120 expected.
Oof, nice ball. Moving it well.
Do you remember when it used to be like this every week?
Yeah.
Just
I
winning
used to love
games.
it. The bad thing is, right, when it used to be like this every week, I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what it's got till it's gone?
yeah, like, I
Just
just,
sang that.
I just, is it, what's the name?
Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
No, not Janis
No,
Joplin. Joni
no.
Mitchell.
Johnny Mitchell,
Jackson.
well done.
Big Yellow
What,
Taxi.
Janet Jackson?
No. I think
Your boy there was right, Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell. Didn't cut to himself
big
again,
yellow
did he?
taxi in that.
He didn't cut to himself again on the camera. He knew it, but
Yeah, he's
done
done well.
The confidence, Joe.
Aye. Give us your Halloween 11 then. We've got Dan Gore, we've got Hannibal.
Gore,
We've got
Hannibal.
Fred Ikuga.
Doesn't have to just be United players though. So get him
No,
in the comments.
no,
Your
they can be-
Halloween 11.
Yeah, they can be
We're only
anyone.
2 months early.
Like-
There's got to be a pumpkin.
A month.
Nino Manchi's done Here's Johnny. I like that.
That's good.
That's very good.
That is very good.
Yeah, really good. Made it work.
Ghoul. Joe?
Ghoul. Who's that meant to be?
Is there a play called Ghoul?
What?
You can't make it fit afterwards.
Yeah,
Is there a
sure
player
there's
called
Ghoul?
Is there a player called
Is
Nasty
there a
Nasty
play called
Pumpkin?
Ghoul, isn't there?
Is there a player called Serial Killer? There you go. Hey, zombie.
This is taking a lot of my brain power. What about werewolf?
Tom Hartley says Tim Krul.
Nice.
Nice, actually.
Mark Jorgie says Stabby Ad Bonlaho.
Tabby
Nice.
a bungalow.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this is tricky.
Shannon Smith says, Motty, I see you in Eccles all the time. I live there.
Yeah.
I do. Someone stopped me once and said, well, you really do live in Eccles. Like, yeah, don't just make it up.
I'm not going to commit to that one. It's on my last legs.
Cameron S says, this reminds me, bring back Joe's Friday night show. Yes, Joe, Late Night Live was the best show on this channel. Even though it wasn't really on this channel very long.
But it's Friday night. Geezer's got a life.
I know, like, everyone
Change
who
the
works
night
here,
up.
everyone who works here goes and gets a life eventually. It's well annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about like...
they all start off as just these little geeks with no life. Just proper little virgins.
And he was a vegetarian.
And then before you know it, they've got a missus and they're settling down and moving in together and they like want to do things on a Friday, like go out with the mates or the missus. And it's just pathetic. Do you know what I mean? You should be here making content for our viewers.
Content.
You know what I mean? Oh my God. I just apologise on behalf of Joe to the viewers. Federico Machete says Henry C.
Nice.
Satya Singh says Scary Maguire.
That's nice.
Hold on.
This is a good one.
We
I've heard this
bend
before.
over backwards for everyone who's getting involved in. That was shite.
Lolo Tob says murder on Zidane's floor.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
You took Scary Maguire and just accepted it.
Yeah, but that works as a pun. Murder
Scary.
on Zidane's floor is a Sophie Ellis Bextor song. It's nothing to do with Halloween. I know it's got the word murder in it.
I don't mind that.
You're invoking Bextor there.
Murder is Halloween.
Kevin Maestri says, Jay, can you explain your Twitter bio, please? Were you the journalist? Yes, I was.
David the Horror.
Nice. Just Me says, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, great.
Nice.
Great.
I think the more rubbish they are, the better.
I want something to do with pumpkin.
I'll sort you out with a pumpkin one.
Yeah. Danny says 5 Academy products on the field. Great to see.
Yeah.
Love that. It's actually, is that counting Sam Johnson as well?
Ooh, nice. What?
Some of these don't even make any sense. Joshua Beaumont says Wayne Rooney.
Woo! You know what you mean? It makes sense. It was great. Thank you. What a great suggestion. Rain Wooney. Give us some more out.
Oliver Lewis says Mason Count Dracula.
Oh, Mason Count. That is top drawer. That goes right into the top drawer.
Yeah. I like this one. Just Me says Satan Baines.
Satan Baines, that's the best one so far.
I'm having that one.
You take the lead there. Satan Baines is the best one we've had.
Yeah, I think that's good. Neil Dunn, no I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't go to Moscow in 2008. My mate got married. Koshu, I mentioned before, he got married in Cyprus like the week before I was best man, so I had to make a decision. Like an idiot, I chose the wrong one.
Are they still married?
Yes, they are.
Oh, well, cool.
Yeah, that's
the right one.
Yeah, that's good things, isn't it? Joe Will says Edwin van der Sar. Great to see pictures of him looking well, looking after what he's been through.
Yeah.
Love Edwin van der Sar.
Have you got any over there? We're doing all the
Yeah, we're doing all the hard work.
You're doing all the hard work,
Yeah.
are you?
No, we're doing all the heavy lifting,
people's
Joe.
work.
You've done nothing.
OMMK says Marwan Fairlooney.
Marwan Fairlooney can't get through. Go on. Oh, Hannibal again. He's getting... Hannibal.
Right. Take him off.
Hannibal's got the
this is the talking to before the yellow card.
Yeah,
This is the ref saying, one more and you're off.
Man killer.
David Taylor says Stephen Graveyard.
Instead of who?
Who? Yeah, you can't just say like, oh, John Pumpkin. Who's that for?
I presume it's Stephen Gerrard.
What about a pussycat? They're evil, aren't they?
Yeah, but what's that to do? Not really. And what football is that?
Kuran Sidhu says 2 girls, 1 schlup. It's not like just puns.
We're not doing pornos either.
It's horror films, bro.
2 girls, 1 schlup.
Yeah, you can't have that. Right, come on. Hey.
Linda, head off. Oh.
Hey.
Who else we got on the pitch? Casemiro. Sorry, I thought I'd figure out a pun before. Oh, don't score.
Oh!
Jesus, I don't know how that was.
The post?
That was it. What happened there? This is a save. He went flying.
Let's have a look here. Great save.
Does that hit his knee?
With his feet? No, it goes straight to his feet.
That's a good save, that.
Hey, put that in your clips.
Yeah. Ooh, na.
Yeah.
That's how it works for everyone, doesn't it?
Ooh,
na.
We are doing our Halloween 11 friend who was just joined. So
yeah, in case you're wondering what is going on.
Yeah,
hey.
So we still need some.
I like this. See me and says Casper Schmeichel.
That's good.
Casper Schmeichel. That is world class.
Daniel Shepherd says Gary Devil.
Oh, really?
Gary
good.
Devil. Where? Yeah. How did we not see that?
I know.
Sometimes they're right in front of you, aren't they?
Brennan says Michael Oman. Ben Simmons, Fright York.
Really
Fright
nice.
York's great.
Right.
Really
We
well.
have to put where people are googling these.
Yeah, these.
How dare you doubt the people? Hey, we've just got some very gifted viewers. Hit that like button, people. Let's get to 1,500 likes. Come on, hit the like.
What are you doing there, Joe?
Yeah. Are you all right? We're keeping you.
No, because I knew my guy would be on to me. He's got a good one. Robin, 1 second, let me give this a run up.
Right, this better be good since he's been on your phone for it.
Someone messaged me. Robin Van.
Tom Hartley says.
Excuse me.
Robin Van Persie.
Robin Van Persie. No, you can't have that. No.
Tom Hartley's had it with a super chat. See, he's not bypassing the usual procedures here by going straight to your phone. He's done it in a super chat, so he gets his read out first.
Robin Van Persie.
Class.
Well, I've got one.
Go on.
Well, it's not strictly sort of Halloween, but it's just something bad, isn't it?
Wait, hold on.
No,
Stop. You're taking Halloween, or Hannibal is coming off, by the way, and Donny van der Beek's coming on. Yeah. You're taking Halloween and making it just something that is bad.
Well, no, it could be a Halloween thing.
Okay.
Bakeo sack of dead bodies.
Oof.
Bakeo what?
Sack of dead bodies.
Sack of dead bodies. Yeah.
Like, if you went around someone's house and they had like a sack of dead bodies, that'd be pretty Halloween, wouldn't it?
I like that. Gabrielle Martin Hell.
Oh, God, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about a chainsaw? Go on! Oh, that was crazy.
Hang on a minute. Is Donny van der Beek on the pitch?
Yeah. I've just said that Hannibal is going for that. That was a crazy noise then. You got more high pitch this season.
Yeah.
Have you been trying it out?
What was that there? Sam Johnson doing that thing that all ex-United goalkeepers do against us.
Who headed that? Was it Johnny Evans?
Oh, imagine.
It was nearly Evans.
He almost got 2 this week.
I quite like this sort of. Ooh.
Jared says Mo haunted Salah.
I think.
Pastor Fred says Pierre Emerick Obama Fang.
Obama Fang. That's good.
Yeah. Very good. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, I've enjoyed that. It was great.
Yeah,
I feel like we've peaked though.
I think we'll leave it there now.
I might have scraped the barrel a little bit, unless there's a worldie comes out.
Yeah, there's a worldie comes out. I'm only gonna read out an absolute worldie now. So it's got to be something that's
Can't believe
amazing.
mine got fucking stolen.
It didn't get stolen. It
It
wasn't
did.
yours.
It did.
You
I
made
knew-
it
I
text you.
knew
So you
he'd
sat
be-
on your phone, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. Sat on your
Oh,
phone.
here we go. No, I'm not on my phone.
Well, you are.
I'm not. Yeah, because I knew Upside Down Willie always texts me great suggestions.
But
He watches
someone
the
in the
pod.
super chat, see, tell him, come in the chat. If he'd just put it in the chat, I'd have read it if it was really good. And the time he took to text you, he could have been in the chat first. And then he would have got it read out.
You live and learn, I guess.
You do, and this is it.
I'd love a fourth.
Oh, mate. If we get a fourth within the next 10 minutes, then you know 5-0's on. It is. It's written.
It is written in the stars, isn't it?
It is.
And if Johnny Evans gets both of them, then that's even better.
Yeah.
We got another one?
No, Ronaldo keeps coming up with ones, but he said
Really poor.
Sinchenko.
The only Sinchenko.
Terrible.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Chris Cabin in the Woods.
Chris Cabin in the Woods. You've done
I'm
well
going to
there.
put my own mic now because Ronaldo's too close to it. So see you shortly.
Chris Cabin in the Woods. He's just named a film there and put the word
Well
Chris
done, Harry
in front
Maguire.
of it. I still can't believe Joe liked Scary Maguire. He's done all right, isn't he? Maguire.
Yeah, he's
Time
done
to-
all right. He just needed a little game.
Oh,
like
Hoyland's
this.
coming on. Fucking 2 right. Get him on.
Rasmus. Man like Rasmus coming on.
How many subs have we made now? Is this the 5th? Is this the 4th? 5th. Get him on. Get him looking lively. Get a goal in him. You might get the 4th and the 5th.
Yeah, that'd be mint, that.
Who would you take off now? Palistri? Martial?
Maybe Martial, yeah. Or maybe one of the youngsters, actually.
Garnacho?
Yeah. Probably take off Garnacho.
I've got one.
Go on.
Texas Chainsaw McAllister.
Brilliant. Really
Very,
good, that.
very,
Really
very,
good.
Very well
Thanks,
played.
Stephen and Zombie.
Say that again?
Stephen and Zombie.
Yeah, really good. Tom Fox in the super chat says Emmanuel Stabby by Go.
That's got 2 puns in it.
He's gone for the double.
double pun.
He's gone for the double. We love a double pun on
Yeah,
it.
we do.
Hey, that is brilliant.
I mean, on a similar note, Stabby Alonso.
Stabby
Yeah,
Alonso.
yeah. Really good. Really good, that.
Stabby.
Yeah.
Just
Go on.
Stabby. Just Stabby. Like Stabby. Stabby.
Stabby, Agbonlo Horse of the Apocalypse.
Brilliant. Just absolutely smashing it out of the park now.
Right.
Martial coming off
That's
for
got to
Hoyland.
be the last one now. It's making me feel unwell, this.
Ooh, what look a replay of Martial's goal
Can
here.
I? I'm just going to correct my one to the Texas Chainsaw Masuaku.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's quite. It rings off. It rings off the tongue a bit better.
Oh,
doesn't
like
it?
that sentence of yours.
Wow.
It's just,
Nick Collins.
He's so mean sometimes, can't he?
Yes, Nick Collins says, only just managed to put the match on. How have all our young lads done? Go, Hannibal, etc. How have they got on tonight? Yeah, they've done really well. Yeah?
I think they wanted more than that, Jay.
But all right, Hannibal's done very well. He's just gone off because he picked up a yellow.
He was a bit too
Maybe.
erotic.
Maybe he was going to get a second yellow there. So other than that, though, I thought he did well.
Yeah, I think he did
Garnacho
good.
did well, got his goal.
Garnacho's
running
great.
in behind him. Palestre, done well.
All right, nice. He's not as good as Garnacho.
Nothing major. Dango's just come on, nice and tidy. Not much to really say about that, to be honest with you.
I think
So,
it's just a nice. We've
it's
had
been a
good
decent
squad.
performance.
It's a good game at Old Trafford. It's what we sort of kind of got used to a little bit last season. I think there was a run of games where we just did win 3-0. 3-0. 3-0. No.
I'm not reading that one.
How good is it?
It's
if it's above 7 out of
crossing
10.
a massive line that we cannot say.
Have a look.
Do not read it out.
Oof.
Christian Kumar says Ten Hag Kruger in the super chat.
Ten Hag Kruger.
Yeah.
Did
Everyone's saying, did you describe Hannibal's performance as erotic?
Yeah. It was.
Hey, that's how good it was.
It was
it's
erotic.
given us a little
I
bit
was
of
just
a
joking.
a
I meant
little
to
bit
say
of a
erratic.
twitch. A little bit of a twitch.
It's just a
in
joke.
our trousers.
I meant to say erratic as a joke, but I said erotic.
Erotic.
It's quite erotic.
Hey, we've all done that. Yeah. Loads of them just keep coming. Just keep coming.
It's
And
just
if
a bit of
one
fun, isn't
stands
it? It's
out,
just a bit of
we'll read
fun.
it. Pastor Fred says Halloween 11 to be managed by Sam Aller Slice and Dice. There you go. Hey,
Slice and
you love to see it. Michael Hill says it will end 4-0.
Michael, is he like a mystic mech?
Yeah. Matt Nolan Hans in the super chat says Pumpkin Min J. We've had that a few times.
Pumpkin Min J.
Decent. Vagueness says Clayton Hackmore. I like that one.
Okay, now I feel like we need better managers.
Managers?
Yeah, so
Right,
now we've got a starting 11. If anyone wants to throw in a couple of managers. Arsene, what they call Arsene Fanger? Arsene Fanger? Fangs? Joe? Arsene Fanger. Fuck off. He laughed at Scary Maguire before.
Fabio Cap Hellhole.
Oh, Cap Hellhole. Yes. The very scary hellhole. Go on.
Go on, Van der Beek.
Arsene Fanger got nothing. It's unbelievable.
Dare Taylor in the super chat says Marcus Slashford.
Yes, that's nice.
Very good.
Oof, no, I can't say that. What Tanag's
Taking
writing
his
down?
notes
Oh
there,
my God, Tanag's
Tanag.
got one of those pens that you can write in different colours.
Love that.
I wonder what he picked. I wonder if you get written down in green, are you making a good performance? If your notes are in red, definitely bad. There is a blue often. I bet you don't touch that because United. And then what other?
What? Do you reckon he took the blue out?
Yeah, he's fucked the blue right.
Is that replaced with a second red?
Yeah, he's got two different shades
types
of red
reds
there.
on.
Hey.
He's actually had it replaced with the United's away kit colours, so the green, the white, and the red all come out at once.
Danny in the super chat says another team wants 6 here. We are happy to control. Statement win would send message. We are too relaxed with just a win. City Liverpool wants 6-7 here. I'm okay with it, to be honest with you, Danny. I understand your point, but you've got a lot of youngsters on the pitch. I think we've looked neat inside it. We're still creating a couple of openings, and I wouldn't count us out yet of getting another goal.
No, don't rule us out. And 4-0.
Wow,
what a game.
That's my mate, that Mike, who's an ambulance driver.
Sorry. Need a bit more who's your mate? The guy coming on now for Palace?
No, at the dugout. He was he's not an ambulance, he's a paramedic.
Oh, wow. So just keeping an eye on everyone?
Yeah.
Paramedic Mike. That's pretty cool. Oof.
Asim Baymadoff says Scott McBroomany in the super chat.
Are we letting that slide, Joe? Oh, we did say to Jay, please only read out.
Well, it's a super chat. You got to read it out.
Fucking hell.
Side chokes on DTs, will it? What's that all about? Don't read that out. Stupidness. What read that stupidness out for? It's a super chat. You got to read it out. The greatest moment in YouTube. Claude, God rest him.
It really is. And for some reason, Ty's eating chips.
They're eating chips wearing Christmas hats.
What are they doing?
Christmas hats eating chips.
What are they doing?
And you can hear the producer going, you don't have to read them all out.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's quality.
Hey.
Oh, quality. When was that? What was it for?
That's probably, I don't know, it was just, I don't know, it was just eating chips with Christmas hats special. We should recreate that.
We should do Christmas special. I
love the sort of just innocence of it. Side chokes on DTs.
Are you getting a tree this year? Because you didn't last year.
No, we didn't. We've took our eye off the ball here since we've been Stretford Paddock.
Let's make sure we do something this year.
Have you got a contact? Can you get us a contact with Father Christmas?
I know a tree man.
Can you get us a contact with Father Christmas?
Do you want a couple of bulbs?
No, I want Father Christmas. Can you do that?
Yes.
Can you help us out?
Bulbs.
What? Bulbs? What are you on about?
You just went, do you want a couple of bulbs?
Yeah, what do we need? Plant a tree?
Light bulbs.
Light bulbs? A couple of bulbs?
Light bulbs?
You're describing me and you? A couple of
light bulbs. What do you call them?
You thought baubles were called bulbs.
No, I didn't.
What do you mean a couple of bulbs?
And I'll sort you.
You don't also, it's not light bulbs, is it? Like
you don't just get your tree and stick some light bulbs on it.
I'm here
to be fair, I was gonna
you a freebie.
I was gonna let it go, but I think he makes a valid point. Like, what are you on about with a couple of bulbs?
All right, we're gonna need more than a couple if you get a good set of lights on you.
I want Father Christmas here though. Can you make that happen?
Yeah, of course.
Good lad.
If that involves me dressing up as him for one of the watchalongs, I'll take it.
It maybe does.
Go on. Oof, that was could have been on ball that.
Skills.
And then
Skills there.
Do,
little silkies.
don't want to preempt the way that this might go on the next watch along. But the closer to December we are, we could do the Christmas 11.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't
Sounds
put
like a
any
plan.
suggestions in now.
No, we'll wait and we'll do the Christmas 11.
Santa Cruz.
We'll get. Look, you've been sat on that, haven't you?
No, what do you mean? It's
You
off
have
my
been
head.
sat on that for
Top of my
ages.
head.
Ollie DB. Ross Murphy says, can someone do a starting 11 for these puns? Ollie DB says Cristiano Spukio. What?
Oh, did it? Slow down. What the fuck is that?
Cristiano
Super
Spukio.
chat, you got to read it
What
out.
is that even meant to be?
I don't know.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Nathan Laverty says Wayne Booney.
No, we've already had Wayne Booney.
He's in a super chat, you got to read it out.
Wayne Booney can't make sense. Sounds like a booner.
Booney.
Oh, no. Is it boo or is it woo? Oh, maybe it is boo.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we've been saying woony. Anyway, well.
Instead of Hyung Min Son, you could have
Go on.
Hyung drawn and quartered.
Hung, drawn and quartered, yeah, good, that, really good.
No.
Yeah.
That's bad. Home, drawn and
The
quarters.
famous Halloween saying.
Yeah. I'm trying to run out of things that I can associate with Halloween.
Well, what is there with Halloween?
Halloween's trick or
Yeah.
treat.
Yeah.
Trick.
Yeah.
Trick or treat. Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Witches.
Yeah.
Ghosts. Vampires. James what? Pumpkins.
James Pumpkins, we're in from the back room. Who's that meant to be? James Tompkins.
Yeah, mint.
He's pretty good. But when we have to ask, who's that meant to be? It kind of ruins it, doesn't it?
Bobby Zamora.
Give me that one.
Yeah.
Well done, Lexi.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, Dallow with a good strike there at the ball.
D. Renfrey says, class of 22, go Palestri, Mainu, Hannibal.
I've got a good one for Christmas.
Cillian Molly says, Sophie and Amra
you
bat.
can't.
I went straight to the source this time instead of texting Joe McGrath. Up the effing Paddock. That's your mate, Cillian.
Thank you.
Can I do my Christmas one?
You can't do a Christmas one yet. No.
'Tis the Cessignon to be jolly. Beat that.
No, you can't.
Joe.
Right. Stop
Joe. That was.
Jay, who's been your man of the match?
My man of the match has been Sofian Amrabat.
That's a road choice.
Why is it a roll choice for? He's been brilliant.
I'd go Casemiro.
Yeah, well, that's because yours is, he scored. He's the man of
He's
the match.
assisted.
'Cause- Do you know what I mean?
There we
That's
go.
just
Amrabat
what you
should-
do.
Amrabat should be there. No, don't score. Fucking
Well done.
hell.
Who's your man of the match then? Yours is Casemiro. Who's yours, Joseph?
I do think Amrabat's been good, and if you factor in the fact that it's his debut and
Yeah.
there's extra pressure on him, I would maybe lean towards Amrabat. I thought Mason Mount was really good first half in particular,
100%.
but not so much since then.
Garnacho?
Garnacho's been decent. I'd go Amrabat as well.
So you're outvoted. So we're right.
What do
You're
you mean
wrong.
Amrabat?
Well, it's
been
pretty
all right.
self-explanatory. All right. It's the best midfield performance we've ever seen at Old Trafford. Get a grip.
I think you just would love him to be the man of the match.
Why? Why would I love
Why?
him?
Because he's on his debut.
No,
and you're like,
I
we're putting all our
genuinely
hopes
think
in
he's been man of the
in
match.
Really?
Yeah. You've spent the entire game praising him. And then when it's
I've
come to-
enjoyed his performances.
And then
but
when it's come to man of the match, you've acted like it's the most outrageous situation or suggestion you've ever heard. To say the player you've not stopped praising from start to finish.
I'm not going to be praising him that much.
You
I
did.
think he's good.
You have
good.
praised him.
I'd love to see who actually gets it.
Yeah. I personally would go with Amrabat. You go with Casemiro. What's Ronaldo Brown saying? Joe saying Amrabat. Ronnie, what are you saying?
Casemiro.
Ronnie's saying Casemiro. So
Right, it's 2-2 split. Alexi.
Alexa.
Don't say someone apart from the two that we've named.
Well, he can say who he wants.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say Amrabat.
He's saying Amrabat.
Oh, just because
let's put a poll out, can we?
Because your bosses have been in charge.
Whether that's on socials or on the chat, however you want to do it.
Poll in YouTube now.
Put in a poll in YouTube. Give us your suggestions.
Also, we've got about 10 minutes left, so... Oh! Interesting. Tonight's results.
Red 97 says Casemiro 100%. Stefan agrees, says Casemiro man of the match.
Ipswich beats Wolf 3-2. Is that... McKenna.
Kieran McKenna.
Beating Premier League side 3-2 and the second in the Championship.
They're smashing it.
Salford got beat 4-0 in the end, which wasn't as bad considering they were down 3-0 after 39 minutes.
No, that could have gone horribly wrong.
Nice play. Really nice. Excuse me. Oh.
So far, you're winning, Joe. Casemiro has 64%, Amrabat 29% or 30%, Hannibal 6%, Mason Mount 2%.
What's the least amount of time you can play before you get man of the match? So can you come on for 30 minutes, score 3 and get man of the match? I think
you can get 10 minutes and get man of the match. Like, if you come on, what did Marcus do against Leipzig? How long did he have then?
No, is there not a criteria? No, you don't have to be on for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, you can be anyone. I don't think there's a minimum amount of time.
I don't know, I thought that was the minimum amount of time where you can get considered or not. Go on, get a fucking 4. Fuck me. Well in. Go on, Hoyland. Oh, unlucky. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I know. Don't stop. Like,
keep going.
It's miles away from you and you're absolutely knacking. It's the 87th minute. Just keep going.
If there's a crazy amount of time now, added time, they're just making it up. Because we've had no injuries, no send-offs. We're 1 goal. That's it. Subs, I guess. But if they come up now and go 8 minutes, it's like these guys aren't.
They're just making it up as they go along.
Just as a quick start, Marcus Rashford came on in that Leipzig game in the 63rd minute, got a hat-trick, and I don't know if he got the official man of the match, but obviously would have been right in contention for it.
Yeah.
Has to have got man of the match.
Victor Lindelof!
Oh,
mate.
The control was incredible.
I think that might be a foul to them.
Oh! The control.
Sam Johnson doing that thing of, I'm going to have the game of my life.
No, the control on the Lindelof strike there is beautiful. Look at this. It comes out to him. He has a lot of time to focus, but
yeah, it's decent that.
Because he could have absolutely skied it then. Going actually a brilliant strike as well. Another corner. Oh, I hate that when we miss the corner.
Mate, it happens all the time this season. I don't know what's going on.
They're focused on these slow motion replays. I get it, but we've already seen that.
Is that another corner?
Oof.
Get a grip.
Get a fucking grip.
Right, hit that like button. Let's get to 1,500 likes. Big thank you to everyone that's joined in the chat. We are going to be back straight after this. Stick around. It's going to be myself, I think, and Joe Smith doing the review. Sorry. So make sure you do stick around for that.
So this is me. Is it Mark gone?
Well, not yet. You've got.
Well, no. Yeah. I'll stay to the bitter end.
Yeah,
you know
that. Yeah, but we got you till full time, and then we'll get.
Make the most of me, guys. Do you want me to do anything? Say anything? A couple of jokes before I go.
Yeah, have you got a good joke for us? Go on.
No, probably not. Just listen to the Sloppy Joes after this and after all the previews.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can you get that in?
Yeah, of course you can. Do it, won't you?
Send us your pictures of your Man United DVDs as well. None of your mucky stuff.
Jonah says, genuine love that you guys didn't put the updated score in the title this time. It helps avoid spoilers when I'm a bit behind on the stream. No worries. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Go on, Victor.
Go on, Victor. I mean, Victor fancies it today.
Aye.
He's done bloody brilliantly. Going out to the cutting side. Come on, you've got to spread it out. Nice. It's back to Victor. Come on, turn and face. Casemiro, no. Ooh.
Just been
3 minutes at a time.
Good, solid performance.
Good, solid fun.
By Manchester United.
And I think this is what we need.
Yeah.
Steady the ship a little bit.
Back-to-back wins.
We've got
Hopefully
Crystal Palace
back-to-back
again.
clean sheets.
Crystal Palace again.
Yeah.
Crystal.
You were right. You won. Casemiro's been handed the man of the match, or player of the match, I should say. Ranked first for goals, first for assists, and then I can't see the rest.
One was touches.
Yeah.
If we get back-to-back against Crystal Palace and we move on, we've got a run of games now, haven't we, where you think
winnable.
Just before the derby as well.
Winnable games.
Can we build momentum? Can players start picking up form? Can we start, really dominating against teams and go in against Man City with the best of the best?
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, when we met Man City this time last year, we got Dick 6-3. I don't know what I was going to say then. Dick 6-3. That was awful.
I
One of the
don't
worst
know.
watch-alongs I've ever been on here. When me and Joe were here watching United get beat 4-0 at half-time. Let's not do that again. Let's make a statement against City. Let's have it. And that is what this run of games can do.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. We know what we need to do. It just needs to be sort of steps forward, keep going, get these players that are new to the club into the team, get them ingrained in the way that Eric Ten Hag wants to play.
What happened there?
And so far,
so good
for a couple of these new signings. I've been impressed with Amrabat tonight. We've already been impressed with Rasmus Højlund. We know what he's about. I think Andre Onana, a couple of games where hopefully he silenced a few critics, which I thought was premature anyway for some of the stick he was getting. It was ridiculous.
People just love it though, don't they? They like leeching, they like creating content. Like what they like doing on social media, unfortunately,
he's done really well there,
Palestra just absolutely turned 2 players, and he's still got energy, and he's been on for 90 plus minutes because they obviously keep going.
Go on.
These guys, the fitness is strong on these players. Go on, Harry, do something wild.
It's all right.
Casemiro, don't have a go at him. Ooh.
Last corner
of the game. Tops off if we score 4, although 5 would have been great.
It would have, wouldn't it? Settle that though. Take a 3-0 win.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been one of those games where it's like, it's a bit of a tricky one. 0-0 won it last time we played Palace at Old Trafford, I think. I know Casemiro got sent off, didn't he? Oh, there's our mate Cam Waters.
Yeah, did you see him on Man United's actual Instagram?
No, was he? He's all
Cam
over
Waters
it.
saying, I messaged him saying, you're full of shit, because he's like, we are here to defend our Carabao Cup. This is on the United's actual Instagram.
I think that's it.
He's a dirty Chelsea fan. Right,
Manchester United winning 3-0 at home to Crystal Palace, going through to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, defending our trophy. Joe, love that. Just quickly, your thoughts on that game?
I just thought it was a great game of football for United. It was a little bit of a textbook win. We did it last time for a couple of games in a row where we were just beating teams 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. And hopefully we can have a nice run of football here. Everyone is sort of looking like they are fully fit for United now. Casemiro coming into it, into the best that we know he can play, getting man of the match. And we've got Rashford on the bench, we've got Bruno on the bench, we've got Evans, and we've got Lindelof, and we've got a good squad, winning games now. We need to just continue to fucking win games.
Yeah, I agree.
Martial scored as well.
Yeah, Martial scored. Mate, it's all happening. Good night at the office for Eric Ten Hag. Good night at the office for the Manchester United team. We'll be back for the next game against Crystal Palace on Saturday. But before that, we've got loads of great content coming up. We've got an interview with a Spurs channel about Sergio Reguilon. We've got an interview with Adam Crafton from The Athletic, giving you the behind the sort of the story look at what went down with Mason Greenwood. We've got the Paddock Live as well tomorrow. We'll have news in the morning, so make sure you are hitting like, share and subscribe. Stick around to this as well. We're going to be getting Joe Smith's thoughts. We'll do a live review after this, so you don't have to go anywhere. Just stick on this link and it'll throw you straight to the live review.
It'll throw you straight to the live review.
Thank you, my brother. That's been Joe McGrath. That's been Joe Smith.
He's just going to wave. Oh,
also, big thank you to Ronaldo Brown for his half-time analysis. Big shout out to Ronnie. Thanks to everyone for watching.